It's okay.
We have a 23-year-old who's gonna explain to us old folks here what these new shit is. What is the BFFR app?
Okay, well that's a TikTok sound. It's called BFFR. Be fucking for real. I'm sure your audience will get this, but B.
No, I doubt it. But
You know how old our audience is.
We're gonna get to know each other very well. Okay, so the app is called Be Real, and essentially it takes away all of the, I don't know, fakeness of Instagram. Like you can't Photoshop, you can't edit on Be Real. It goes off at a certain time. So I asked that because my alarm went off for Be Real, and it said you have 2 minutes to take an authentic picture. And what you do is you literally just click on the app, it pops up, and in order to view someone else's post, you have to take your own like authentic picture, and then 2 minutes, and then you just post this. So it's not like you're posing or you have to go in through edit, like you just literally post.
So you saying people can't get catfished on there?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, in theory.
But,
okay.
But yeah, so they're like talking how this might be the new Instagram. I don't think it's ever going to go that far, but
I mean, if the right people get behind it, like if Kylie Jenner, who's people who've been criticizing Instagram, if they jump on,
that's true.
Instagram's over. Get Kim Kardashian, get Kylie Jenner, get all these people who are huge on Instagram and they leave Instagram.
Well, they're actually doing that. So Kylie Jenner is actually now getting more active on TikTok. So she's doing like day in the lives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like she's getting more authentic. I'm gonna put quotes on that because how authentic can Kylie Jenner get? But
sound like hate to me.
But she's kind of posting less on Instagram and more on TikTok to do the video content and showing people inside of her house. And she has a pet fly called Frederick, so people feel more connected to her in some degree. But yeah, they start hopping platforms. That's it. Going to the next.
Okay, I can see it happening. I mean, I don't think Instagram gonna last forever at this rate. I think the writing's on the wall because they keep trying to change it. They keep trying to make it TikTok.
Yeah,
and nobody wants Instagram to be TikTok.
To be honest, they've been stealing everything. So whatever a hot.
Hold up, I know I'm fucking up.
Damn, come on, man.
My bad. Okay, we good now. We good now.
Whenever a hot social media platform drops, then they don't do nothing but take what they got and add it to theirs.
Yeah, and I kind of like it separate too. Like if I go to Instagram, I want to see still photos. Like I want to see what my friends are up to. I don't want to like be scrolling through and then it's a reel. And now I'm looking at a TikTok. Like if I see a little TikTok watermark on Instagram now, and I'm looking at the same thing. I'm looking at TikTok. I like it to be separate because I go to Facebook to keep with my mom's friends and like her generation. I want to go to Instagram, see some still photos. But yeah, I see what y'all mean about using the reels.
I agree. And I feel like if on Instagram I got to see a video, it better be ass related. I better not see no fucking comedy skit with some niggas I ain't never seen before in my life trying to act out Chick-fil-A lines be like some stupid shit like that. I hate that, man. I don't want to see no skit from somebody I never heard of before.
Are you tired of the comedy on the fake comedy skits or the Instagram comedians?
Yes, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the fake situations they be making up to try to promote dialogue where my baby daddy came out and said this. Do y'all think this is right?
Or my baby daddy came to me with McDonald's for one kid.
Yes.
That got everybody.
That got huge.
Yeah, that got everybody. I thought it was real, but apparently that was a skit.
Can't believe anything on social media anymore.
Yeah.
You really can't. And your generation did it, okay? We're blaming you. As you're here, you're going to be the scapegoat for everything wrong in this generation, okay? So that's why we're having you here. We thought you thought it was going to be fun and games, didn't you?
Hey, you know what? But I can turn anything fun and games. No, I get that. And I also, though, want to say that I also believe that my generation are also the type that are really going to like rock this corporate working kind of. No, because hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of times when you meet someone in my generation, they're either like
full of shit. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I don't know who you meet.
I'm just playing. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry you're meeting them. But seriously, like we are very much like you have to look at what we're looking at. Like it's influencers and it's people on Instagram and it's like easy money. Like they just put a phone up and they're doing whatever. And it's like, I'm going to Milan and they're traveling and stuff. And that's, we all aspire to be successful, right? Like everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants, I think, and maybe it's just personal, but I really think that like my generation's the next to like test that out. Because here's another thing too, is like we're all about mental health and we're all about mental awareness. And like
supposedly.
we're not afraid. Like I'm not afraid to go to my boss lady and be like, hey, like I'm taking a mental health day. Love ya. Like I'll be right back. I need to like take some time for myself. Like I'm not afraid to do that because I know that I can be the best worker from my best self. But I also know I need to bust my ass to get where I want to be. Like I don't want to skip corners, skip edges to get where she's at right now. You know what I mean? And I feel like the people I surround myself with, or maybe it's just at Texas A&M, those are people that like want to be successful and they don't want to cut corners when they want to bust their ass to do it. You know?
I understand what you're saying. I just think you're wrong.
You do.
And I think you're wrong because I'm 35 years old now, figure around the same age. We came through every young youth movement thinks they're going to change the world. Everybody does. We look at the people who came before us and said, we ain't going to be like y'all. And this goes back to like the 60s with the everybody's progressive, free love, drugs is cool, free, like every promiscuity is cool. Everything was great. And they were supposed to be the generation that changed everything. They got old and ended up just like their parents. You know,
yeah.
Certain things will change.
You gotta crush their dreams like that, man.
I'm not crushing the dream. Like, look, you don't get it for sure. But I'm just saying in general, you thinking like your generation is gonna be way better than everybody that came before it.
But we're also
y'all gonna end up being the same type of people as we
okay,
are,
but
for the most part.
But I feel like though people, because I was born in 1999, my brother was born in 1996. I feel like that I know.
Damn, Jesus Christ.
I feel like that generation though also grew up with social media. You guys grew up without it for like half of y'all. I mean, I don't want to call y'all old, but like majority of y'all's
up
life,
until high school.
Y'all, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
had that in middle school. Like that's when my first Instagram was. I was 13 years old in middle school. So I feel like we are also the generation that's growing with digital age. So we also get the digital innovations. You guys either A, don't want to understand it, or you guys try and you guys don't succeed in the digital world. You know what I mean? So we're like that middle kind of thing of like, we know the digital trends. We're not getting left behind. We're growing with it. We know what's coming next. We know that's going to be going faster and growing bigger than we can ever imagine. But for you guys, it's like, I don't understand it. I ain't going to try to learn it. You know?
But all I'm saying is you're going to be that too.
Okay,
you got to understand, because things will progress to a point where you're going to be thinking about the good old days.
Yes.
I miss Instagram. I miss TikTok when things were simple and fun. You know, we say the same shit about MySpace. Honestly sucked. But there are things about MySpace that we miss, being people who grew up on that. Yeah. And now people look at that as it's a nostalgic thing, and you're gonna be the same way.
No,
but I'm just letting you know. It's coming. It's gonna happen.
Coming up.
We are live though. We are live. We do a podcast here, so let's get to that. We are live on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, everything. You see, we are live in person now. 2 weeks in a row. Tab in the building. What up, Tab?
What up, Tab?
What up?
It ain't a regular James and Juice without Tab in the audience, man. We got to have Tab support. So yes, we are in the building again, literally 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row, man.
Me and Figgy have done the podcast in the same location.
This was the first time since 2020.
Definitely. And our last guest, who was our last guest before the COVID hit?
Hustle. Oh no! It was Fat Tony.
Yes, right. Fat Tony
was
our last guest. We had a good time this too.
Yeah.
But COVID hit, and then we just started doing the podcast remotely.
You never came back to the station again, man.
I live in League City, man. Come on, dog. It's a long ass drive. But nah, we are here in the building, got the whole setup. We had a lovely guest who you'll hear from. Check out on YouTube. We'll have the interview up coming soon.
Yeah, the interview gonna drop tomorrow at noon.
Yes. It's featuring the Mad Wine Chemist. She really just flooded us with a lot of gifts. So thank her. Check her out on YouTube and check out everything on Twitch. She's at Mad Wine Chemist, and check her stuff out. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. Gonna be a regular podcast. Gonna get into new releases, sports, hip hop, things of that nature. Also have a lovely young little thing joining us. She works at our same workplace, and we'll ask you a few questions. We gonna wreck you through the coals a little bit. Okay, the sexy sitcom. Yeah, Harriet coming down the stairs in Family Matters. Yeah. So introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Tori Espurvoa.
Don't try to put a black accent on you, okay? My name is
My
no.
name. Calling me out straight out the gate. No, but I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm excited.
We didn't hear your
This-
name. Yeah,
Tori Espurvoa.
Espurvoa.
Got it right the first time. yeah.
Tori.
Mhm.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
a certain rapper singer who will not be named
Tori.
right now. Yeah.
I call her
Okay.
T.
Or T.
I call her
Okay.
T.
Tori T. Okay. Yeah, a lot to talk about on this podcast, a lot to break down. We're gonna have some fun and games. We see you. What up, Christina, in the comments as well. Appreciate y'all joining us. Yeah, a lot to break down, man. Some new releases and all that. But first off, the wellness check as usual. Figgy. It's been a hard week working Texan shows, man. I'm sure.
I kind of feel bad for you.
Actually,
you gotta listen to the whole game.
to be fair, the last game was actually a lot better to sit through because at least it was close.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a blowout. I didn't think the Texans were going to have a chance. I forgot that they were playing against a nigga who wasn't a real quarterback. That was some of the worst quarterback play I've ever seen from anybody, dog. And they still lost.
That hurt so bad, man. Justin Fields last week, the previous game, he threw like 7 passes.
Yes,
and I think they lost, but he was awful, man. I couldn't believe it. And he went to Ohio State.
it's unbelievable, man.
He was good at Ohio State. I know Ohio State got a lot of weapons, and it's college, but man, I didn't think he was gonna be this bad.
He legit just can't throw at all.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
he's only getting behind his legs.
I kind of felt bad every time he threw the ball. I'm like, oh man, like
it's
just keep
ugly,
running
man.
the ball.
Yeah,
they had like almost 300 rushing yards, man.
And even though they were playing the Texans, like it hurts to see a black quarterback struggle, man.
Yeah,
I feel that tinge in my heart.
I just wanted him to prove everybody wrong. That's why I like Jalen Hurts.
Yep,
Jalen Hurts balling out right now. Tua was balling.
Adjacent.
Yeah, but Justin Fields, I'm just like, damn, man, like he proving me wrong, man.
Yeah, but nevertheless, the Texans still found a way to lose. Despite knowing that the team could only run the ball, they still ran the ball down the ass. Davis Mills throws a pick to end the game. Now the city has turned on him seemingly. You still got a few truthers out there.
It's like 2 or 3 left.
Yeah, it's a few holding on strong.
It's not his fault. It's the defense.
It's a coach. It's everybody.
The defense couldn't stop nobody, so it's not his fault.
The tip balls happen. Hey, it just happens. Some people more than others apparently, but still. So Figgy, how you been, man? How you been holding up this past week? What you been up to? I seen you went to the Astros game as well.
Yeah, man. I went to the Astros game. It was fun, man. Got some tickets last minute, and we actually so the original tickets was up in the nosebleeds. So I was like, you know what? Let's just walk around. I grabbed a margarita from El Tiempo. Start walking around, and one thing I like about baseball games, they got places where you could just stand and watch. You don't have to sit in the seat. And so we stood there, watched the game a little bit, and I looked down. It was a whole bunch of seats, open seats there. So I'm like, I looked around a little bit. I'm like, let's walk down there and just sit down like it's our seats. So I had to play it like, I'm looking for the the seat number on the ticket.
Yeah.
Sat in some good seats the whole time.
Typical nigga shit. Stealing people's seats.
That's some shit I do.
Stealing seats from the good, hardworking people who pay for them.
Those hardworking people ain't show up.
No, I don't blame you, man. A lot of people do that as well.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about it.
The thing about the Astros, though, at Minute Maid, the security guards are so much cooler, man.
Yeah.
They lay back. They not sitting here trying to block the doors and block the entrance. Like this security guard was sitting there watching the game like other people. So he didn't even see me. He didn't even see me walk, there and sit down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the Texans game, I had a damn badge, and they were like, "Excuse me, sir, no, you can't." No. I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm just trying to meet somebody real quick," and they didn't even want to let me do that. So I got a credential. So
Dang.
yeah, so Astros a little more laid back, man. Maybe because they winning.
Yeah, I just think in general, because the Rockets kind of are too. I went to a Rockets game and I was nervous about a couple things. They didn't really give a fuck, man. I was nervous about the COVID test because
really?
you have to either be vaccinated or have a like a 24 or 48 hour negative test. So I did the test, but the game was kind of a later game. So it was technically a little past the 48 hours. So I'm like, shit, they look at this and say something, I'm fucked. But they didn't even look at the test. Really, I couldn't show them anything. They didn't give a fuck, man. So no, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, by the way. So yeah, I'm just fucking around. I'm lying. But anyway, so yeah, good to hear, man. A lot going on still in Houston sports. So make sure you keep it locked in on Sports Radio 610. Figgy Fig and the crew is gonna keep you updated on this. Baseball season looks good, at least. So
yeah, they about to hit the playoffs.
Yep.
And hopefully they face the Yankees and kick the Yankees' ass.
Yep.
It'd be cool.
We'll see, man. Looking forward to it. Now it's time for new releases, I think. Should we do the RIP to Coolio first? So we're gonna say that for later.
Yeah.
We'll do the new releases first. I heard some things this week, man. Freddie Gibbs got a new album. It's called Sold Separately. Did you hear this, Figgy?
I did.
Okay.
Are you at the Freddie Gibbs tour?
Come on, man.
Y'all gotta enlighten me on this, Freddie.
I just
who are your favorite? Who are your favorite? I don't even want to ask who your favorite rappers are. Who are your favorite artists?
See, and before this started, I asked, you can't ask my favorite artists.
I said I didn't even say rappers.
Well,
artists.
No, I'm the type of person where it's like,
I just listen to whatever's on. I don't care.
No.
I'm open to anything.
No, if you ask me a couple
I'm just
artists,
a music person,
and they're like, "Hey, you know so and so," I'm like, "Play me a song," and majority of the time I'll know exactly.
But you have to have somebody who you actually check for albums.
What's in your playlist? What you got in your Spotify?
Harry
in my
Styles,
Spotify,
Post Malone.
no, I've never been a Harry Styles,
Drake,
or like Justin Bieber. That Drake for sure. Growing up,
I see it.
J. Cole for sure.
Okay.
I have a playlist in my Spotify called Bars. And that's
who's in this playlist?
Drake, J. Cole, Lil Uzi.
They ain't got no bars.
Lil Uzi, Travis Scott. Who else? I also do like on Spotify that enhance my playlist. So like they'll throw in some other ones that I haven't heard yet to like broaden my horizons.
You got Lil Uzi Vert in a
under bars.
You want to know what my first Instagram name was?
What?
EXO Tour Live instead of like, like
okay. So you a big Uzi fan then?
Well, when he first came out, yeah, 100%.
So Freddie Gibbs got a new album out.
Anyways,
it is called Sold Separately. Produced by a lot of people. I heard some Justice League. I heard some Alchemist. It has features from everybody from Rick Ross to Raekwon to
Kelly
Anderson
Price.
.Paak, Kelly Price,
Music Soul Child.
Very well put together album.
Moneybagg Yo.
Yes. Despite all the controversy, despite the fact that Freddie was out here getting jumped by Benny the Butcher, apparently, and getting robbed and beefing with seemingly everybody. It seems like he dropped a very well put together album. Seems to be getting some good reviews on social media. Figgy, what were your thoughts on this new Freddie Gibbs album?
I was actually impressed, man, because we talked about it before, and I'm like, man, the one song he released, it sounds way too commercial. And just a little backstory on Freddie Gibbs. He kind of got like an underground sound.
Okay.
And never really had big radio hits.
Okay.
So it seemed like the songs he was releasing at the time were with like people that be mainstream. So like the Moneybagg Yos and Offset, and it's just like, man, I felt like he was trying to go the pop route a little bit. But I was actually impressed. The album sounded really good. It sounded really put together. The production was really good, and I didn't feel like he went way too far left. He had a couple songs where I'm just like, all right, like that's a little, it seemed like he a little out of his lane, but I think the album was really produced well. And I was totally wrong because I thought the album was gonna be rough, but I felt like it was still Freddie. He kind of kept it soulful too. So I was really impressed with it. I actually ran a couple songs, but I really liked the song with Rick Ross. I liked the intro to the album. I had no idea what to expect with Kelly Price.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I haven't heard from Kelly Price in a long time. So I felt like that beat was really nice. I love the song with Scarface at the end. That was really dope. That was a good way to end the project. And yeah, he got a lot of stuff on there, man. A lot of stuff on there. I like it.
So you would say it is, gotta get the rating.
Qualified.
Yeah.
It's qualified.
Okay. I gotta say I agree, man. And I also went into it not expecting it to be great just because of how Freddie's been acting on social media. I like the single. Look, I will argue that single is actually pretty good, man.
Which
that
one?
Too Much song with Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah,
I actually like the song. I think it sounds better on the album.
Yeah,
too.
me too. Because I had to remember. I'm like, is this the same single?
Yes.
Because remember, Rick Ross, him and Rick Ross released a song months ago, and I forgot the name of the song, but I ain't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we actually talked about it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the same Rick Ross song that was on the album. That was whatever song was on the album was hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said the same thing when I listened to the Moneybagg Yo. I'm like, this actually sounds better now.
Yes. And I like the concept. Like, I'm big on sequencing albums. I don't think it's dead. I know people listen to albums on shuffle and they don't listen to all, but this album you actually have to listen from front to back.
Yeah.
Every song flows into itself and you can play it and it's just seamless. Sometimes you don't know when the next song starts.
Yeah.
You know, it's so seamless. So I like the concept of the hotel suite. It kind of reminded me of Midnight Marauders in a way, you know, that welcome to Midnight Marauders, welcome to this hotel. And they're talking about everything and he's getting voicemails from all these celebrities. I like little skits like that, man.
Yeah, me too.
So I like the concept. I thought it was very well thought out. And just very cohesive. Production is great. I was shocked, man. This honestly might be top 10 release of the year. Maybe top 5. Maybe top 5.
I would put it in the top 5. I was really impressed by this.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when you start off with a single with Moneybagg Yo, I was just like, I don't know what to expect, but it was really good. Even the song with Music Soul Child.
Yeah, I like that song a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I like the song with DJ Paul, that PYS. I thought that was great.
Me too. I forgot about that. Yeah. Is DJ Paul the best producer out of 3-6? Is he better than Juicy J?
Oh, definitely.
I agree. I think
he
so.
did all their classic shit pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like I feel like Juicy J get a lot of the love when it comes to 3-6. But DJ Paul, he still got that 3-6 sound.
He
man.
does.
So yeah, that was just a tangent, but
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Now I did notice, and to my knowledge, this is the first time Freddie Gibbs deaded the beef with Young Jeezy on the album. I think it was the song Rabbit Vision, where he basically says he ain't talked to Jeezy in like 2 years, but he got love for him. Yeah. And he kind of admitted that he was jumping out the window doing too much in that whole beef. And he didn't apologize for it, of course, but it seemed like he finally, at least to my knowledge, he might have said something before, but at least on wax, he had never said the beef is just like, it's over. I got love for him now.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I thought that was big coming from him. And yeah, I think I was kind of shocked he addressed it a little bit because I thought it was just going to be an ongoing thing. But I didn't realize he mentioned how they haven't even they ain't spoken years.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like if Jeezy was up for it, I feel like he'd be up for a conversation to kind of squash it. It's hard to squash something if you ain't talked to the person in years. But if Jeezy up for meeting with him and, maybe, squashing or something like that, I think he'd be down for it.
Yeah.
And he did. It wasn't like he was blaming Jeezy for anything.
Yeah.
He was saying how he was young. He was, he wasn't ready and all this other stuff. So to me, that's a lot of accountability for his part. He's not just blaming him or, something like that.
No, I agree. And I was surprised to hear it because I didn't think, because you always hear, it seems like I didn't know where Freddie Gibbs would just diss Jeezy for no reason again. Yeah. So I was glad it seems like he's finally matured to where he can finally say that was some goofy shit. We shouldn't have done that. But
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
we live, we learn. So
Yeah.
I would also agree. I would say the album is definitely qualified.
Qualified.
Top 5 album at this point. I mean, we got a couple more months before the end of the year. A lot can happen. A lot of more people could drop, surprisingly. But yeah, I thought it was a really well put together album. I was really surprised. I recommend all y'all check it out. It's called Freddie Gibbs, sold separately on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your motherfucking music. You know where it is. Now, Figgy, somebody else dropped the album. Your boy, the kid from Cleveland.
Man,
did you hear this new Kid Cudi album by any chance?
I heard the first 2 songs, man. That was it. I just look, man. And when I woke up this morning and I seen both of their albums was on the front page, so I'm like, man, I can't start my day off with Kid Cudi. Like, I don't want that to put me in a bad mood or anything. So I just stuck to Freddie Gibbs, and I just kept it moving. On my way here, I tuned into it. I'm just like, nah, I'm not in the mood to listen to this now. I think the first song is Nothing But Humming.
Yeah. It's like an intro.
So I got to the second. So I think the last song I got to, I don't know if you listened to it, but the last song I got to, it started off with Stephen A. Smith saying, "Stay off the weed."
I don't think that was even a sample. I think that was Kid Cudi saying it.
You sure?
I think so, because I listened. It didn't sound like Stephen A.'s voice. It sounded like Kid Cudi just saying the Stephen A. line.
Really?
Oh, okay. I could be wrong. Be wrong.
Yeah, but it said that, and that song was all right, but I still wasn't in the mood to listen to Kid Cudi, man.
I feel you. So this album is being released in conjunction with a Netflix show. It's like a cartoon. It looks like a kind of romantic thing. It's kind of done in the style of that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse type movie. And it stars Kid Cudi and a bunch of people, celebrities, doing the voices for the characters. It seemed like a kind of romantic love story type thing. So this album is very romantic, love-based music. I thought it was ass. I skimmed, like I listened to most of this album. I skimmed through a lot of it. And this, number one, I cannot listen to Kid Cudi hum and get the image of him getting hit in the face with the water bottle.
I know, man,
anymore.
I know.
That anytime I hear him sing, that comes to mind. I can't get that.
Did you see him get hit with the water bottle?
No.
Why is your generation so disrespectful? You're throwing stuff. I know it was one of y'all. It was some 23, 24-year-old.
So this
You're
was
a from generation, aren't you?
So this was at Coachella, right? Was this?
No, it was. I think it was. I want to say it was Rolling Loud.
Was it?
I could be wrong.
It might have been Rolling Loud, but so Kanye was supposed to perform, but I think he canceled, and then they got Kid Cudi to do it.
It was Rolling Loud Miami. That's right.
Rolling, yeah. Okay. So they ended up getting Kid Cudi to do it, and he pretty much got booed during his performance, and they started throwing stuff. So he was singing, somebody threw a water bottle, and he just lost.
Was he humming?
Yeah, he was singing with it. I don't even know. I don't even know what song that was.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for that song so I could hear how it sounds. But he was just like hum. And then he just got hit. Like, anybody throw one more motherfucking thing on this stage, I'm walking out. And then somebody threw something else.
Who threw something. He was on TikTok. He actually recorded it and put it on, so you could see that. Yeah, you could see him, like he was looking at the camera, cocked it back, threw it, and then Kid Cudi walked off stage.
Oh damn, I didn't even see that. So, damn.
Yeah. It is this unruly Generation Z that is to blame. You know, it's your fault. Okay.
What do you want us to do?
Disrespectful.
What do you want us to do?
Tab says that's because you never really hear rappers dead beef on wax. Yeah, I agree. You don't really hear that. We're talking about the Freddie Gibbs and Jeezy thing. So yeah, but it's good that they actually did it. Also, Eminem did it with that fucking, what was that Toy Soldier song about Ja Rule and them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was weird because
I didn't think he needed to dead that beef.
Nobody cared at that point anymore. Like nobody even knew that beef was still going on.
I didn't either.
And he made that song and it's like, oh, okay. But anyway, getting back to the Kid Cudi album, yeah, man. The one song I like that I can say was the song with Don Toliver. but that's just because Don Toliver's good.
Yeah.
Don Toliver is like what
Did he carry
Kid
that song?
Yeah, of course
Okay.
he did. But Don Toliver is some like who Kid Cudi should be in this generation, I feel.
Yeah.
I want to get your take on this because listening to this album, like all of Kid Cudi's sons are kind of running a rap game now, or at least had a long run. And I would think in this era, this more emo music era that he kind of helped birth, you know, people like Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, Trippie Redd, people come out with this sing-songy emo music. You would think Kid Cudi would be ruling his generation.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He's lost in it.
Yeah.
I noticed that with I want to say it was his last album, and we actually reviewed that album. And he kind of sounded like Travis Scott a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's usually supposed to be the other way around. Like if Travis Scott was influenced by Kid Cudi, you know, when we hear Kid Cudi, we supposed to be like, oh, this is how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
This is what emo music is. But I felt like he was using Travis Scott ad-libs and everything. Where I'm like, man, this don't even. I'd rather listen to Travis Scott or you know, somebody else. So I felt like he kind of fell off the face of the earth. I felt like they used his style and got better with it, and he still stuck with his original style. And you usually don't see that, even with people that's kind of like, you know, Kanye stans. And I know ain't nobody really came close to a Kanye, but even with them, like the J. Cole's, the Drakes, you can kind of see the influence. But it's not when Kanye drop, it's like, oh, this is Kanye. You can't top Kanye. He kind of fathered this. But with Kid Cudi, people found this style and ran with it and made it better.
No, I agree. He hasn't really adapted. I mean, maybe it's just him being sober. Maybe he needs to be on coke again. I don't know. But yeah, it's rough. He kind of remind me of the I guess the artist version of Lex Luger. You remember the producer Lex Luger? Yeah. And he created this whole different style, this sound, and it was good, but other producers imitated that style and even made more changes to that style, made it better, and it kind of left them in the dust a little bit, where people, you know, you start getting other producers that had his style on steroids, and he was still kind of in that same, you know, style, and you know, people kind of forgot about him a little bit. No, he got lost in the sauce, I think, for sure. So yeah, it's unfortunate because I was a fan of Cudi, man. I still think Man on the Moon 2 is one of the best albums made this generation. But it's been rough for him, man. I don't know what can help him. Yeah, this oh yeah, I also have to mention that this album got leaked. I want to say like a week before it came out, and whoever leaked it, I don't know if it supposedly it was Kanye fans, but I heard a rumor it could be Mike Dean as well, because apparently Kid Cudi kicked Mike Dean off his tour. Supposedly I heard a rumor it could be Mike Dean, but somebody leaked the album and they leaked it with a bunch of fart noises throughout, like seriously. Oh shit. Throughout every song they put a bunch of fart noises. I don't know if it was just some crazy Kanye stans or Mike Dean being petty, but yeah. So that did happen.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be rough for Kid Cudi until he reconciles with Kanye.
He got to, man.
But then it's not really his fault.
It's not his fault. Yeah, Kanye was kind of fucked up towards him. But yeah, man, at least they could just reconcile and just move on.
Yeah.
Like not beef. Like you ain't gotta be hating each other, but just, you know, squash the beef and just keep it moving.
Yeah. I agree. It's gonna be tough because these Kanye fans ain't no joke, man. They are dedicated. They're like the Beehive, but sometimes worse. So, yeah. They
kind of delusional a little bit too.
They're delusional. They're computer nerds, so they can actually hack shit and fuck people up. Like the Beehive, the Beehive is just annoying on social media, but they're harmless.
Yeah.
Like Kanye fans are motherfucking engineers and programmers and shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna get into your shit and mess things up for you. So it's rough.
Yeah.
Other albums, I didn't listen to either of these, but they're noteworthy because of the storylines behind them. Tory Lanez dropped a new album.
Okay, I did not see that.
It's called Sorry for What. People claim he's been blackballed because, of course, the Megan Thee Stallion shooting and all that. But I don't know. Your boy LeBron has something to say about it. LeBron apparently was responding to a tweet from one of his little Twitter friends. I gotta look this up to see exactly what it says.
Was it the 23-9 and lied?
Yes, that guy.
that
dude.
guy.
Yes.
Who is that dude, man?
I don't know, but he is the only regular guy that LeBron talks to on social media.
Yes, I don't know who
funny.
that dude is.
He don't even have. He has 65K followers, which is not a lot.
He just got
No,
that
compared to
though,
LeBron,
because he was kind of a regular dude.
Yeah,
Like I don't know who that dude is.
like I feel he's verified for no reason.
Yes.
He has a podcast, I guess, but he's not very popular.
he didn't have all that at first.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like one of LeBron's friends in real life. I would assume it has to be.
It got to be at this point
Because he only talks to this one guy on social media. It's crazy. But this guy said, love him or hate him, the lanes of Tory Lanez, consistently makes damn good music. LeBron says facts. He never misses.
Oh man.
He never misses talking about Tory Lanez, who literally shot a woman. That boy talented as hell, man. Bangers for days. Now, of course, he got a ratio to hell for this. 5,000 of this moment, 5,000 quotes and a shitload of replies. What do you think about this, man? Like, why do you think LeBron put that out there? And why do you think that the tide is turning as far as Tory Lanez being public enemy number one for what he allegedly did?
Yeah, Tab just comment and says LeBron's burner account.
No, this is definitely LeBron's
Could you
account, man.
imagine?
Yeah.
I
my
double and
gosh.
triple checked it. It's called King James. It got the blue check.
No,
mark.
he talked about the
the
73 and 9
13
and lied. Yeah,
That would be
that would be
gosh.
crazy.
How
That would
crazy
be
would that
wild.
be?
Yeah,
that would be wild.
Just
But-
talking to
Exposed.
himself.
yeah,
That would be hilarious.
I
Actually,
know. Yeah, but you was talking about Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
To me, like I hate to use the word blackball because sometimes people just ain't making no hot music. But one thing I always said, like he always makes some good music. Like I can never sit here and say it's trash. It's not for me, but it's he's super talented, man. And I do think it's kind of I do think a lot of corporations are staying away from Tory Lanez because of Jay-Z and Meg Thee Stallion. Because Meg is signed to, she's signed to Rock Nation. So I think that relationship is messing up Tory Lanez. If Meg wasn't signed with Rock Nation, I think he'd be all over the place.
yeah.
But I think him, in that situation, I think that's messing him up. And I guess it's kind of smart for Meg to be with Rock Nation at this moment because it's throwing his career off.
But now, are you surprised that given LeBron's relationship with Jay-Z?
I'm actually surprised. I think I'm actually surprised he even tweeted that.
Me too.
Because I think if he knew this backlash was going to happen, I don't think he would have did it.
But he didn't delete. It's been like 12 hours now, man.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking.
He kept this shit up.
Yeah, that's really shocking right there. But I think, I think it was strange that he actually said, he never misses.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was pun intended.
Terrible
or,
warning. Terrible wording.
Yeah.
I'm shocked LeBron said this. I mean, he's usually so careful about towing the line with things. He had to walk back that Brittany Griner thing he said on the barbershop show.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really surprised, given how brand conscious he is, that he said something that would invoke this kind of response and just left it there.
Yeah.
So that's why I got a conspiracy theory that I think the industry is confident that Tory Lanez about to get exonerated. Because it feels like a lot of people are speaking out or not saying anything at all. We're in the era of the support women, believe women. We didn't thrown Ime Udoka to the wolves. Don't even know what happened, but he got thrown to the wolves.
Yeah.
So
we gotta talk about that too.
yeah, we're going to.
Yeah.
Malika Andrews is going viral every single day of this week.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the industry is preparing to welcome him back with open arms. It seems like just because, like I said, LeBron tweeting this is wild.
Yeah. I'm not saying LeBron knows something, but I think people prepared to get all of this passed so they could say, "Hey, Tory Lanez dropped the Fire Project," so they could go back to support Tory Lanez.
Now, Tori, we have to get your yes, you Tori that's with us right now. We have to get your opinion as well, and keep in mind you are speaking for all women in the world when you say this.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on Tory Lanez? Is he guilty or innocent?
You can't put that on me.
Sorry, you're here. This is what you agreed to.
Time out. Tory Lanez, and you have to catch me up on this.
So Tory Lanez allegedly shot Houston-based rapper Megan Thee Stallion. I want to say like a couple years ago now, at least this a year back.
I think this was 2020. Was this 2020?
I feel like it was before COVID.
It was.
It could have been. I can't remember now. Yeah, maybe it was after. I can't remember. But so apparently, allegedly, he shot her. There is some disputes as to what happened. Some people, apparently it was over one of Megan Thee Stallion's friends that he was messing with, et cetera, et cetera. There are doubts that he actually shot her, and that's basically it. I don't know how else to summarize it without you knowing the exact everything that happened. But nothing's been decided yet, and that's basically where we sit now. So word on the street is he didn't really do it, and she's lying.
I don't know if she. Well, I don't know.
So I'll ask you in terms of somebody who's familiar with branding and all that shit.
Right.
So,
okay.
Do you think if you were LeBron's agent, would you advise him to take that tweet down, or would you be like, no, speak your truth, King?
I would definitely keep it up if there's something behind it. If there's like a branding play to it. If I was his agent, I'd be like, keep it up. Because typically he takes stuff down, right? Or he never speaks on anything. Like, doesn't get too much attention to himself with things like this. So the fact that he's keeping it up, I definitely sense something's gonna happen or something's about to.
Okay, so you ride with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't believe women no more. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Okay, crabs in the barrel. I think that's. Oh yeah, one more new release I didn't listen to. Lil Baby dropped a new album called Baby. Lil Baby. No, The Baby. Why am I still getting them confused, man?
The Baby, the one that's supposed to be blackballed.
Yes, The Baby dropped a new album called Baby on Baby 2. Now the sales are looking very bleak.
This was the one from last week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first week sales came in. Apparently it was like 16K.
Yeah.
Versus his last album that dropped in 2020 that got like 105K first week. So people think that he is being blackballed because of the comments he made a while back about the gay community and AIDS and all that stuff. Plus the allegations against abusing women and all these things. So what's your take on it, man? Because I do have to say, if you look on any streaming platform, you see his face in the rap section. He's on playlists. He's on Spotify. He's on Rap Caviar. Like with the biggest playlist on streaming, I think, rap wise. So it seems like he's getting the placements he usually gets, but people are still claiming, and people in the industry are claiming he's blackballed. Boozy, I know I don't mean much.
Yeah.
I think T.I. might have said something too. Ebro's defending it.
I think Diddy might have said something. There's a lot of people speaking on this.
The industry is claiming that the baby is being blackballed. Do you think that's true?
I don't think it's true. We talked about this last week too. I just don't think he's making good music. I think his music sound the same. And right after the whole, gay comments and all that stuff, he ended up, I know he took a little loss, but he ended up back on some festivals at some point where he was back performing. But even during that time, his music was kind of suspect. It was, it wasn't hitting the same.
Yeah.
And he was getting a lot of complaints how all of his music sound the same now, and he don't make nothing different. So, man, I just don't. I think DJ Academics mentioned something too, and he was kind of blaming Ebro for blackballing him because I think Ebro worked for Apple Music and all this other stuff. But I just don't see that being the reason, man. I just think, like, to me, these people saying he blackballed. Show me a hot song. I mean, show me a song where you be like, damn, this should be played all day long. I just don't hear it, man. Like I ain't even want to listen to that last album. And that was the album, that was where he pretty much threw a shot at Meg Thee Stallion. So I just don't think he's that, he's making good music like that, man.
No, I agree. And Ebro actually made a pretty good tweet about this. I don't know if I could find it because he has so many tweets that he tweets too much. But Ebro basically said that whenever an artist blows, the artist did it themselves. They put themselves on. They made themselves hot. But when they fall off, oh, the DJs didn't play me. Oh, I'm not getting the streaming stuff. It's everybody else's fault when you're not hot no more. But when you got hot, it's never the DJs. DJ don't get no props.
Yeah.
People who put you on and stream your music or put you on playlists and put you in DJ sets, they don't get their props. Mm-hmm. But when they artist falls off, oh, it must be because of all these external factors.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty interesting. I'm with you though, man. I don't think that I think his sound got stale, and that's the main thing. Yeah. Because Tab says all his music sounds the same. Is actually not good rap music. Some of it's good, man. But let's not tell a complete lie. He's a pretty good rapper, but I do agree that a lot of his music sounds very much the same. And yeah, he don't have much to rap about. Plus, everything he did extracurricular is not looking too good for him. But it is what it is. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. I don't think he's being blackballed. I see him everywhere. It's just he has no hot single out that's doing anything. And Chris Brown, like we said last week, man, Chris Brown proves it. No matter how bad your PR gets, if you make hits, you're gonna be in rotation. You're gonna.
Tory Lanez is proving it.
Yes, exactly.
Tory Lanez, and I'm not a Tory Lanez fan, but I can't deny his music. His music is, he actually makes some good music, and he actually have fans that's supporting this music.
No, I agree. So if you're undeniable, then nothing else really matters. But it might be over for him. I don't know. I heard people say he needs to get a CDL. Some maybe go back to school, learn how to code. That's my favorite one. Learn how to code. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the baby, but it's not looking too good for him, man. I don't know. I think that does it for new releases. So let's get into some hot topics. We got some things to talk about, man. We got to talk about. I got a question for you, but I'm gonna save it. I want to talk about this Ime Udoka, Malika Andrews saga going on right now, man. Because Malika Andrews been trending on social media for like a week straight now. Yeah, all the hoteps done came out. All the fake Kevin Samuels clones done hopped out the woodwork to shit on old Malika Andrews. Yeah, because so if you're not aware, of course, the old Ime Udoka was suspended for at least a year, indefinitely now, I think it was, because improper for a relationship with a coworker that apparently, I think it was just released today. Woj said that the relationship started with some crude comments. He didn't specify what those comments were, but before they were in a consensual relationship, he sent something crude to her, some crude comments. And apparently she was caught. They got caught because of the ring
camera. Yeah. And the husband.
Yes.
I think the husband released it.
Yes. Sidebar, why is your generation so comfortable with this surveillance going on now?
I have two at my apartment. One in the back and one in the front.
Do you have like an Alexa and all that stuff too?
1000%.
Do you know they listen to you and record you?
Okay, let's
you can
talk,
be in the
baby.
motherfucking shower and shit. Somebody can hack into you.
I only have her in the kitchen, but no, I have Ring. Like
you call it a her. You know, it's an inanimate object, right?
Her name's Alexa.
It's not a human being.
It's in the kitchen. No, but safety's everything to me. I on camera, even if I get a notification on the Ring, I'm like, who's at my door? Who's in my backyard?
So you feel safer.
Well, I got other things to keep me safe, but yeah, I feel safe that
you have a gun.
She got that Glock 40. She got that Glock 40.
I'm a woman in Houston. Okay. Come on now.
You got pepper spray. Okay.
Yeah.
Nunchucks.
Somebody across from my apartment got a Ring camera.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because if you look at our apartments, it's like they not that far away from my door.
Yeah.
So every time I go to my door, the camera is like right there.
Do you feel
It's like-
weird with the camera?
Yes,
Yeah. I always
yes.
feel that for my neighbors because they don't
Yes,
have one.
I
And
felt like I
yeah.
never needed a Ring camera on my apartment door. So when they moved in, they put one right there. I was just like, what? So now they see me every time I go out my door. And it's so weird. And I think I found out too. I think they this apartment is an Airbnb apartment too, because they
damn.
never there. And I always see random different people there at one moment and then nobody there for a long time. So I think it's an Airbnb apartment.
Yeah, it's a crazy generational divide because I really want to know like why you younger folks are just so comfortable. Because looking back, privacy and surveillance was a huge issue. I know old people don't want to give you your email.
Yeah.
People are very protective about their phone number,
Yeah.
emails if you're older, but it seems like the younger generation is just conditioned to give all that up.
Yeah, I think it goes back to like growing up with technology. Like we're just used to it, you know?
We just know it's safe, even though it's been abused.
Well, not that we
time and
know
time
it's
again.
safe. It's just that we're used to using it, and then we're used to them tracking, used to them using our data, used to them like they're tracking you right now. Like you ever get, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
fair enough.
And I think it's interesting too because my dad's the same way. He doesn't like logging into stuff, doesn't like using his email, doesn't like any of that. But he has like that house looks like a damn army. Like it looks like a whole. It's locked. There's cameras on all corners of the house. There's
Oh,
camera in the
shit.
front, camera in the back. And so I just grew up being like completely under surveillance.
okay.
Like there was no sneaking out for me. But
Fair enough.
I
Okay.
think that, you know, with the Ring and all that, I think we also just like we have no privacy, I guess. So we've always been used to that. So yeah, I think that's just growing up with technology. I've always knew we've been tracking and data and all that good
you
stuff.
just don't care.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You can turn off your location services, but they're still gonna track you through other things like maps. You need your location services on for maps. Anytime that map opens up, they start pinging you. Exactly, know where you're going, know your route, know your routine, know you're coming home. They got you.
I'm kind of
lockdown.
glad I didn't grow up in this generation.
I mean,
Because you know how
kinda.
many times I done left and said I'll be back and be all over the
Mhm.
place.
Uh-huh.
And I don't need my parents to sit here and say, what you doing over here? I see you over here.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gone, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like until I get back.
Right. And that's how I grew
I
up.
don't need my
too.
parents to look on the phone and say, what you doing over on this side of town?
Like a hard Life 360. You can like track how fast the whoever
Yes.
you're tracking. You can track how fast they're going on the highway. That
Yes.
is crazy.
It's
I've never
insane.
been tracked growing up. I was never tracked.
Yeah, I
Or
mean, you
Yeah.
are now, so buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up. Tab says Alexa is non-binary now. That's funny.
That's funny.
It's a they, them, okay? But yeah, that is creepy, man. Because I think I'm never gonna put a damn Alexa or anything like that in my apartment because I hear these stories about how the police arrest people based off of shit they said on Alexa.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've used that information to incriminate people. So
Damn.
I'm not saying I'm gonna get incriminated.
What do you mean
But-
by like said to Alexa?
Yeah, something was recorded on Alexa, and because
They use that as
exactly
evidence.
because people think
So it's like
not-
rap music.
people think it's not recording unless you say "Hey Alexa."
Right.
You realize it don't know you say "Hey Alexa" unless it's recording you at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're recording everything you say,
Okay. Yeah.
and you're private,
Right.
and it could be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
could be
Tori,
moved.
if you sitting there saying, "Hey, I want to put a hit out on somebody," and the police come
Okay.
Well-
busting down your door,
and not know who to
you
point
going
fingers
to
at.
jail.
I'm
Yeah.
pointing at Alexa.
Alexa,
Yep,
she a
yep,
snitch.
yep.
That's
Yeah.
funny, but I don't like my apartment too quiet. Like me and Alexa have a routine. Like I walk in, I'm like, "Hey Alexa," and she'll tell me like today's events, tell me how the weather's looking like, or like in the morning. But she's not in my bedroom; she's in my kitchen. Like I do have seen the
Why
videos
you
of like,
looking like that?
Because this is insane.
well, because I do see the videos of her like laughing, like the like. Have you seen those videos? They're creepy. But me and Lex have a routine. Like before I go to bed, I'm like, "Hey, good night, Lexa." She's like, "Good night. Here is top events. This is what the weather looks like. Here's what's on your to do for tomorrow. Here's what's on your grocery list in the morning. Good morning, Alexa. Here's today's events." Da 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 da. It goes to the whole thing. So like, I get to watch the news through Alexa. It's just like also like keeping background noise too, and also like playing your favorite Houston stations. You can tell her to play Alexa.
Yeah. There was a movie starring Joaquin Phoenix, and the voice of the Siri Alexa thing was Scarlett Johansson, and like he fell in love with this thing and he dated it. Do you remember that movie?
That's like, have you seen Black Mirror?
Yeah, of course.
That's kind of like one of those episodes where you
Yeah.
like date that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
I mean
yeah.
that's where you're trending.
Yeah,
You already talk
yeah.
to this Alexa thing every day. You have conversations with it. This is where we're going. This is
You gonna
yeah.
fall in love?
Yeah, you might give it a man voice. Who knows? Make it sound like who do you like? Who do you think is a sexy star?
Sexy star. I've never been like,
Oh my
that's a
god,
sexy star.
I don't know music. I don't know celebrities.
Well, honestly, I just like I don't look at someone like, oh, that's a sexy star right there.
What?
Maybe like Chris Hemsworth or something, but like
Yeah,
I've
okay.
never been like oh, that's sexy. No.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you just don't think anybody's sexy. All right. Oh yeah, we're talking about Malika Andrews and Ume
Biggest
Udoka.
tangent.
For our no,
This is
regular
the tangent podcast,
Yes,
man.
it's the home of the
This is why
tangent
it'd be
here.
4 hours.
Yes. So Ime Udoka, Malika Andrews reported on I guess people were digging through the archives because they were upset.
So
with
it started.
the Stephen A. Smith confrontation with Malika
Yeah,
Andrews.
she
is where it
jumped on
started.
First Take, and I guess she was disappointed in Stephen A. Smith.
She was upset.
Yeah,
came
because
at him.
Stephen A. pretty much said why isn't the girl getting, why is her information being, in the back, and they throwing this brother out here, to the wolves, and everything was consensual pretty much, and I guess she didn't like that.
Yeah,
And she tried to call him out on his show.
She told him to stop. She said that we're not going to blame women here, and yada yada yada. She was very indignant. And then fast forward a little bit, she talks about the man who was going to take over the Celtics head coach job, who was formerly the assistant coach. I think it's I forget his name now. I gotta look it up. But she basically, another black man, of course, and she ran down his rap sheet. She said we would be remiss not to say, and she said basically everything he did
in
ever.
college.
Yes, he was arrested for public drunkenness, and he had a domestic dispute. And this is all like 10 plus years ago, by the way.
Yes.
But he basically ran it down. There was some very, very minor offenses, nothing he went to jail for apparently. But people were upset that, you talk about a young black man who's going to be the next NBA head coach, and that's one of the first things you mentioned.
Yeah.
So people were very upset with that. People had
Yeah.
brought up the interracial relationship between her and Steve. I think
No, it's
McMenamin.
David
McMenamin.
McMenamin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was upset when I found that out.
Yeah. So I already knew this already, that they was married.
Yeah.
And I was kind of shocked because they don't walk around like that, together. And Malika is fine. So I'm thinking like, okay. When I found out she was married, then I was just like, oh man, come on.
It's not even just the fact that, I don't care about that too much, but it's like he's 40 years old, she's like 27.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, that's wild. But
Yeah, they done upped the family pictures and everything.
Yeah.
She was the only black person in the picture.
Yeah, looking like Eve. So yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. So people are attacking Malika Andrews for
People
that.
saying they want Rachel Nichols back.
Yeah, I've heard that. Apparently she has a new show, and I kind of wondered if this is all a concoction of her and her team, because suddenly, like today, she popped up with a new show on Showtime. And she has a new, I think, a podcast, something out too. So she's apparently back. So what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think Malika Andrews is rightfully getting raked through the coals, or do you think she is being unfairly criticized here?
I think two things could be right. I do think she's I think she's unfairly getting criticized. I mean, look, I don't want to sit here and bash her like that, but I do think she was wrong for bringing up that man's rap sheet, because that had nothing to do with anything. That was years ago. Like, if it was that big of a deal, somebody would have brung it up at some point. You know what I mean? So I think like the weird part about it is, it's like, damn, is she Nia Long cousin or family member? Because she kind of like going in on this man. And I just don't understand why, because we don't really know the whole situation.
Right.
Like it could have been a situation where I think we talked about it last week. It could have been a situation where Nia Long and him wasn't together, and they was kind of doing their own thing. It just got caught up.
Apparently, that's not the case. Apparently, it's come out that she found out about all that when everybody else did, and I think they were actually still together. Apparently, supposedly.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's what they're saying. Oh, yeah, and the new Celtics coach is named Joe Mazzulla, by the way. So,
okay.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think she was. Look, you can't. Like, what was the purpose of bringing up this man Rap Sheet? And he was in college.
Yeah.
Like
that's so tough to like get stuff brought up that like is so in the past. It's like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You know?
You started the cancel culture though, so you gotta defend it.
Hey, you know what, team? I will be on your side. Is that a lot of my generation is the cancel culture, and I cannot stand that. I can't stand the canceling and bringing up people's past, and you got accountability. I can't do it. It's like when's enough is enough. Like it's almost making it worse. You know what I mean? That I will stand on your side about Gen Z.
okay. Got you on one.
Well, they're trying to cancel Malika Andrews now.
Yeah.
So
she's not gonna get. I mean, she didn't do anything.
She ain't do nothing.
Cancel worthy.
Yeah. She ain't do nothing. She'll be all right. But it was funny how people saying, damn, she make it say still look good right now.
I mean, not a low, like, yeah, I won't go that far.
Say still, she never really did nothing on ESPN to be like, that's kind of cringe. Where outside of the letting the white man touch her hair,
yeah.
But all of her stuff been like outside of Sports Center, like the tweeting and being on Jay Cutler podcast and all this other stuff. But yeah, it ain't that deep.
Yeah.
Like to me, Malika Andrews, she, feminist, I guess, whatever you want to call it, but she just taking the female side no matter what in this point, in this situation. That's all it is. But it's just to me. I think this is where like people like Kerry Champion kind of screwed up and Jamel Hill kind of screwed up when they just dig deep into something like this where they don't have to. They could easily just do their job and just keep it moving. But when you dig deep into this type of stuff, it kind of fuck them up a little bit where, eventually they end up out of ESPN and now they, looking like Kerry Champion, just kind of bashing, men or, being in a certain lane where it's not really that entertaining.
Yeah.
So I hope she don't get to that point. I hope she kind of, I ain't trying to sound, bad, but I hope she kind of stick to sports a little bit and just do, because I thought she was pretty good. I like what she brought to the table, but
do you really think she's cute, man? Let's be real.
I thought she was. I didn't feel like, when she took over for Rachel Nichols, I ain't feel like, damn, Rachel Nichols was so much better, man. We need somebody. I never felt that. I still watch the NBA show once in a while just to kind of see what's going on. And I ain't never cringe or felt like, damn, this is missing something. So it wasn't that bad like that. I ain't gonna sit here and say she killing it, but it's not that bad where I'm like, we need somebody. It's not Monday Night Football with ESPN a couple years ago, bad. But I think if she keep doing that, I think she'll be all right.
Yeah, people did go through the archives though. They found some clips of her being antagonistic towards some NBA players. When what's his name, Gary Payton Jr. got that hard foul, she was arguing that we don't know he meant to hurt, like all this stuff. The people going through the archives, and she seems kind of standoffish at times, but that's just how TV is. So yeah, I personally, I think she's gotten kind of annoying just because, like, I don't need to hear the moderator's opinions on things, and that's my problem with ESPN. Period.
Yeah, Molly.
Yeah, Molly, Rachel Nichols before. And now Malika Andrews. I don't need, like, the panel is there to be the experts. You're there to keep the conversation moving.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing the producer thing, like you're like, if they ask you something, you have the cachet. To be fair, you have the cachet. You're part of the show.
Yeah.
But if somebody was kind of more newer, or it wasn't a producer really type of show like that.
And even with me, I know I'm not the host.
Yeah.
So certain stuff I don't step in. I let them do their thing. But if it's something I can add that can kind of expand the conversation, then I jump in there and say, what about this?
Yeah, you're not going to interrupt John Lopez's take on Davis Mills and say you're wrong.
Exactly.
You know, if they ask for you, you'll say your opinion, but you're not gonna.
And there's a lot of times where I'll be like, man, these motherfuckers wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about? But if it's something, if they touching on something, and I'm like, hey, is it obvious that, you know, he was doing this to kind of expand the conversation? If it's something they ain't really talking about,
exactly,
I would bring it up to kind of expand the conversation, and that helped the show a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not about to jump in and be like, what about the 23 women?
Yeah.
Or what about this? Or what about that? You know, I ain't about to be the one that just keep jumping in and be like, damn, like we know that. So, you know,
no,
I kind of know my role.
No, and the people there seemingly don't, because they always jump in when some play. Like, I want to hear what the NBA players think about the NBA. Yeah, I don't really care what Malik and Angie's have to say about it. Yeah, like, keep it going. Yeah, moderate it. Get make sure we're not repeating the same things over and over. But I don't need you to jump in and talk about your take on a hard foul. Yeah, you know, you don't know. Yeah, so
I was kind of frustrated with First Take when the whole Deshaun Watson thing was happening, and I think Stephen A. like they wasn't trying to like discredit the women at all. Mm-hmm. But he was saying, like, from an on-field point of view, that type of thing. And she kept saying, what about the 22 women? Yeah. What about the and then I could tell Stephen A. like, look, I understand that part, but you know, we don't know what happened. That he was trying to take the political route, but she just kept saying, what about the 22 women? What about the 22 women? And it's like, this is a national show. Yes. Like, this show ain't going to go nowhere if we just focused on, you know, I hate to say it like that, but if you just focus on, you know, the number of women.
It's a sports show. It's not a crime show. Yeah. Like, you have to talk about the sports aspect of it.
Yeah. If you just focus on, you know, the number of women, like, it's not going to get anywhere, man. Like, and I think that's been the problem with sports media overall, because they just saying, you know, the number of women, but you know, they not looking at the overall thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my frustration, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, we'll see how things shake out with her. I'm sure my take is this though. I gotta say, some niggas going too hard. Dog, if you look, I made the mistake of watching like one YouTuber's. By the way, sidebar, YouTube got the most trash content going viral now. Oh my God. Yeah. If I see one more video of like 500,000 views and it's just some nigga talking on his phone in a car or like a slideshow, like they don't even edit the videos, man. They just play a clip of First Take and talk behind it. And this clip got like 500,000 views. They're not even saying nothing like insightful or something new. It's shit that everybody has already said on social media, and it got like damn near 1 million views. And I'm like, how, man? The algorithm is fucked up.
The worst is when they do the little TikTok video where they got the green screen in the back.
Yes.
And then they just be sitting there listening to the video like us, and then they try to weigh in on it. It's just like, why this shit got 2,000? Why this got 2 million views, man?
They got TikTokers getting more views than the original TikTok, where somebody is just has a green screen of the TikTok in the background. You just see their face. Nodding on to it like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Can't
It's a crazy game.
Algorithm, man.
We got blame Tori on this.
I mean, you just can't explain it. We could post stuff right now and it could blow up and have like 1.2 million.
Sidebar, y'all don't care about plagiarism no more. It's your generation. Y'all just steal shit and don't even feel guilty about it. Like, at least us back in the day, it's like you couldn't even talking about like rap. You couldn't rap like nobody else. Like, that was seen as corny. You couldn't tell the same jokes as a comedian that somebody else did. You couldn't do certain things.
You couldn't have a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Not know about it.
If a nigga at school had a certain pair of shoes, like, you couldn't suddenly get that same pair of shoes.
You can't have the same outfit, the same shirt.
Exactly.
If somebody got this coat, like, no, I can't get this coat because James at school got this coat. And people gonna try to play me and say I'm trying to be like him.
Yeah, that's funny.
Y'all do not care about
I grew up though like that as well. Like, you couldn't have the same stuff, or one person had a pair of shoes.
Jimmy got these shoes, so I can't get these shoes.
But also, like, I didn't want the same pair that he had too. I want to have like my own. But I will say that a lot of people have a lot of things, and I get turned down if like I see a pair of shoes that I really really want, but everybody and their mother has them. I'm like, I don't want them.
Yeah, I think the only exception was like Jordans.
Yeah,
Jordans or Forces, like white Forces.
Yeah.
Like everybody can have white Forces.
But the Yeezys, I never jumped on that train because everyone and their mother had them. Like I didn't want to be walking around.
Yeah, 350 boost. Everybody got that shit now. But so yeah, it's another thing we can blame your generation for.
Just blaming.
It's just a blame Tori podcast.
Hey, she willingly stepped in this fire. Okay, so we got to make use of it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And I buried the lead because I almost forgot to mention this. We got to talk about Coolio, man. Coolio passed away this past week. 59 years old. Yeah, I mean, he won a Grammy. It's interesting because he was arguably the biggest rapper in 1995. People forget this because when you think of like the biggest artists in 1995, if you ask any hip hop head to name their top 5,
gotta be Tupac.
Nobody mentioning Coolio.
It got to be Tupac. It got to be Biggie. I forgot who was around during that time, but yes.
But Coolio low-key ruled 1995. Gangsta's Paradise was the biggest rap single of that year. His album, I'm sure, went platinum. Sold a lot of units. He was everywhere. Had a few singles out that did numbers. And yeah, I mean, of course, later on, he didn't do as much music-wise. But yeah, it's funny how people forget until you pass that. Wow, this dude was really big.
Yeah, so it's crazy because like I felt like he got one of the most recognized hip hop songs of all time.
Yeah,
like that's a song. Like I never really liked Gangsta Paradise.
Yeah,
but that song was so damn popular, man.
It was
like mainly towards white people.
Yeah,
like I know the people I grew up with did not care for this song at all. Well, like we used to kind of laugh at it. It was kind of a cool little hook, but it was nothing we'd be bumping on our own personal time. It was only if somebody playing it, then we hear it. But yeah, man, that was a popular ass song in the white community.
It was. And I love that song too. I can't lie. I love like back in the day when I was a kid and that song came out, I loved it. I loved it. I remember my mother had the LP of Stevie Wonder. I think it was Songs of the Key of Life. The song was on, and she played me the Pastime Paradise because I didn't know what a sample was back then. I was like, what, 8 years old or some shit like that. But she played me the original song. I'm like, oh shit, he took So I love that song. I want to say that was the first rated R movie I ever saw with Dangerous Minds. And it was just off the strength of the song, man. Like straight up. I think that was the first rated R movie my mother took us to go see. So yeah, he did the Kenan and Kel, all that. The Kenan and Kel theme song was done by Coolio as well. He was everywhere, man. You couldn't escape him in 1995. So
I'm gonna have to revisit that album, man. I'm gonna have to just check that out, just see what it sounds like now.
I mean, it's very G-funky. I'll say that much. A lot of the type of, and that was like the last era of the G-funk, really, too. You know, so yeah, but no, I mean, he was a huge rapper. Now I don't mean to pull a whack 100 though. I don't mean to pull a whack 100.
You about to diss the dead, man.
But look, you can say a lot about Coolio. You can say a lot. He was a Grammy Award winner. He sold a lot of records, very popular. You can say he's a legendary personality. I take a little exception by people saying he's a hip hop legend. Because we had an argument about Bow Wow being a hip hop legend.
I was going to ask you who is more of a legend, Bow Wow or
Bow
him?
Wow is 100% more of a legend than Coolio.
Okay,
let's be real.
I'll take that.
If we're comparing that,
yeah.
But there's got to be standards here, man. Not everybody can be a legend. See, I understood what Wack was saying, but it was just a shitty time to say it, and his tone was weird too.
Yeah.
So he just shouldn't have said that. And I definitely
What was he talking about?
He was talking about he said Nipsey Hussle was not a legend.
Yeah.
Because when he was alive, he wasn't one of the biggest selling rappers and he didn't have the influence, stuff like that. Yeah. I will say Nipsey became a legend after his death, for sure.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, no.
Because I mean, people who didn't know who he was, like he's huge now, you know, and everywhere, everybody mentioned him, all these athletes and stuff. So I would say so. But Coolio, man, If we're calling Coolio a legend off the strength of one song,
he's technically a one-hit wonder.
We're putting Vanilla Ice in there too.
Yeah.
Because Ice Ice Baby is a good song, man. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Say what you want about him. Ice Ice Baby is actually a pretty legit
that was a
song.
big song. Yeah.
Yes. So not everybody can be a hip hop legend, man.
Yeah.
You can be a great person.
Yeah.
You could be a great father, a philanthropic individual who cares about the community, but not everybody can be a hip hop legend, man.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. My only pushback is I think the word legend is a loose word at this point. We hear it all the time. I went to the Texas game and they say Texas legend Cecil Shorts. Cecil only played for the Texans probably like 2 weeks. He ain't play that long. I don't think he played a regular season game with them, but they called him a Texans legend. So I think in general, I think we use the word legend loose anyway, because let's be real, hip hop ain't got like a Hall of Fame or nothing.
Yeah.
So like Hall of Fame is obviously top notch. You know, if you're not in the Hall of Fame, they're gonna call you a legend. They're gonna call you a Browns legend or a Texans legend. If you're in the Hall of Fame, they're gonna call you Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So I think the word legend is loose. Used very loosely, and they probably would use it for people like Coolio and me using it for people like Bow Wow, because you know obviously they're not in the top 10 or top 15 or 20, but you know, to appreciate their career, we say that, you know, they're a legend. So I really don't look at the word legend as like top notch anymore, man. That's just me. I know you have a higher standard for the word legend.
Yeah.
But me, you know, we could go out here and say, oh yeah, this crackhead that been in the hood for 25 years.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah, a hood legend. Yeah. So we use that word super loose. We use that a lot with, you know, hip hop artists in Houston. We say the legendary so and so, but you know, people might not know who that person is outside of Houston. So I think the word legend is just watered down,
diluted.
Anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I will say,
but it is a push. I think it's a nice way. Just I think your fault. So I think it's just a nice way to appreciate Coolio.
Yeah.
So they said hip hop legend.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the intent. Like, look, R.I.P. Coolio. Sad that he died, but yeah, legend is just. I think hip hop legend. We got to have a little more reverence for that term. I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I agree.
And I don't even think it's who sold the most or who was the most. Like, a lot of people could be hip hop legends, but somebody who had a hot year in the 90s, like, is Skee-Lo a hip hop legend too? Like, where's the line gonna be drawn now, man? So, but R.I.P. to Coolio, man. Definitely interesting artist. I'll say that much. The crazy hair, the way he did like every celebrity show imaginable at one point. He ruled VH1. I felt like anytime he turned on a VH1 celebrity show, he was on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he never turned down a job. But yeah, R.I.P. Coolio. Tab says he had Gangsta Paradise. We mentioned Gangsta Paradise, man. But Tab agrees he is not a legend. Yeah, man, we can't say he's a legend, unfortunately. But he seemed like he was a good dude. So R.I.P. Without further ado, we have some What a Bro Knows topics, dude.
Oh yeah.
I have a question I want to ask.
Let me get the music.
Yeah, we need that. We need that lighthearted bop. There we go. So Tori, just so you know, What a Bro Knows is our relationship topics.
Okay.
We talk about, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff and all these debatable things that happen on social media. So I have a question for you that I saw on social media. I gotta look up first. Where is it now? Okay. I saw this tweet and I figure I want to know your thoughts on it too, because a lot of people seem to agree with it, or at least a few people. It got a little good number of likes. This guy said, why do dudes send friend requests to their friend's girlfriend on Facebook without asking them first? I feel like that's disrespectful to you. Why do men do that? That's your boy's girlfriend. Even if you're not close to the dude like that, but know him and chilled, that's wrong. So to recap, he is saying that if you're friends with somebody, it's out of bounds to friend their girlfriend on Facebook without asking permission.
I think it goes back to what Figgy said. It's not that deep. It really isn't. It comes also to like a maturity level too. Like my boyfriend, I have his fraternity brothers that friend me on Facebook, and I wouldn't want them to go ask. Like my boyfriend would be like, "Why are you asking me to friend? You want to friend my girlfriend? Awesome." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like almost like a maturity and like how secure you are with yourself. You know, I'm in therapy, so like we can be here all day about like relationship stuff. But I feel like also like it's really not that deep. It's also like trust within your partner too. But I mean, I could, you could have a different point of view. You could have a different point of view.
So if he friended somebody that you knew,
yeah,
would you kind of feel a way about that?
Or no, what about this? Let's say one of your female friends, or not even a real friend, but a female you know.
Yeah.
And you post a picture with your boyfriend.
Right.
And tag them in it.
Yeah.
And they request to be friends with him.
Uh-huh.
Are you fine with that? Or you kind of like...
He's cute as hell. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm also a girlfriend, though. Like, if I go out and I see a girl, like, looking at my boyfriend, flirting, whatever, I don't look at her. I look at him. Because I trust him. And you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I don't... Like, she can do whatever. It's until you touch him, that's when I stand up. Okay. And I'm like, all right. But, like... Yeah, I mean, she do what she want. He's cute as hell. Go ahead, girl. It's like, it's for real. Like, look, that's how he is too. Like, he will look at me and not look at the guy because he trusts me. It's a respect thing too, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, no, if a girl goes and I'm like, then I don't think two things about it. I sleep great. My pillow's cold tonight. I sleep good. Catch disease.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been together?
4 years.
Okay. A little bit.
Are you waiting on the ring?
We are very much go with the flow. I'm not on any time.
4 years is kind of quick to ask for a ring.
Yeah, and plus,
No,
like, we got together in college, and like we've been out of college for not even a full year yet. So like,
just have fun.
Yeah,
just have fun. Just chill. If it ain't broke, don't fix.
Exactly, which is why I moved out of my small town. I moved to a big city, small town. You gotta love them, but like, go to college, get married, have a baby, start a family. I probably wouldn't want to get married.
Did y'all move here together?
No.
Oh wow, how's that working out?
Working great. He lives here already.
Oh, he already lives here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all still together. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Figgy, is this a violation of the bro code, man?
Yeah,
you gotta tell me.
Now.
Do you think it's out of line? Let's say when you were dating your wife and one of your homies or somebody you weren't that close to friended your wife because he saw a picture of you with her. And you found this out, would you feel a certain type of way?
To be honest, I wouldn't. I kind of go back to your comments when you say you look at your boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it, like that. Because my wife, she get a lot of friend requests from like listeners.
Right.
Because I'm friends with a lot of listeners on Facebook. And whenever, she tagged me in something, and they'll see her, they'll try to add her. So she got like a whole bunch of random friends. I'm like, I don't know who this person is, but they trying to add you. But she don't really add them. She just nope.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a problem with it, man. I kind of separate social media a little bit. A lot of people take social media super serious.
Mm-hmm. So
me, I know it's social media is, some people look at it as real life. I don't either. So I joke a lot on social media, and that don't mean I'm like that in real life. So I don't really take it that serious like that.
Okay. So you would not have a problem if one of your friends was just friended her out of nowhere and y'all ain't talked in a while.
I would be that actually happened one time. One of somebody I was cool with, he actually messaged her and like, hey, what's up? I forgot what he said, but it was kind of weird where she was like, why is he messaging me? and she ain't even respond. I'm like, don't reply. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't talked to this dude in a long time. So what do we got to talk to you about? Like, if he want to talk about something, he can hit me up.
Okay.
Right.
So,
So the DM was what crossed the line.
yeah, where
It
I was just
wasn't okay.
yeah, it wasn't like I ain't stepped to him as a man and nothing like that, but we both thought it was weird. Like, why is he, that's kind of strange. And then I'm like, damn, I ain't even talked to him in years. So it's just like, why is he messaging you? And she just let it go. We just moved on.
Okay.
That to me, that was a little strange.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't like, if you had a girlfriend or something like that, and I wouldn't DM her and say, hey,
Yeah.
hit me up real quick. I gotta ask you something. Like, I'm not about to go to her. I'd rather, what do I got to talk to about her?
Mhm.
Like, I would go to you, if anything. So I thought that was a little strange, but that was pretty much it.
No, makes sense. I mean, I agree. I don't take friends on Facebook serious at all. This
Yeah.
dude is a little older, I think, because older people take Facebook a lot more serious. I noticed,
Yeah.
like they're crazy on it. Me, I friend people I don't even know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, somebody requested me. He looks legit, or she looks legit, whatever. I'm not on Facebook like that, so I don't care. And I wouldn't notice. I mean, but definitely when you get to the comments on pictures, the fire emojis, and a nigga liking all my girls' shit, that's where I'm gonna start looking at that dude like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you sound a little thirsty, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It would be one thing if we were like in a clique and all close and maybe we all hung out together all the time. But
Yeah.
if you're just like a guy I kind of know and you're
Yeah.
under my girls like liking the post and leaving the fire emojis and leaving the money bag emojis and shit like that, I'm gonna say, wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm
Yeah.
gonna look with the side eye a little bit.
Give a little
Yeah, I
eyebrow.
agree.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that, man. Like, and sometimes people's significant others be posting a picture. I would just like it and that's it.
Yeah.
Or if they post something funny, I'll laugh and that's it. But I can't go overboard.
Tori, how do you feel about liking posts? Like, would you feel a certain way if you saw your dude liking some scantily clad women on Instagram?
He doesn't like scandal. Like, he doesn't. He finds it, and he's talked to me about this. At me, I'm like, if she's beautiful, why? I mean, yeah, I like it. I mean,
Okay.
you're gonna think that people are attractive. You know?
What if it's somebody y'all both knew?
we both knew it?
Like one of your girlfriends posted a picture in the bikini or like a twerk video,
Yeah.
and he liked it. You wouldn't feel a certain type of way, like, whoa.
Well, I can't even like put myself in that position though, because he's came to me. It's like a respect thing. Because I jokingly, I'm like, oh, like, do you follow her? Da, 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 da. Like, we have a friend that works at a bar. It's a bikini top, thong, all kind of thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I bet you follow her on Instagram. He was like, that'd be disrespectful to me. Look at another woman's body, knowing that I'm like dating you. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, I respect
Wait,
that.
what?
That's disrespectful.
Run that line back to me real quick.
It'd be disrespectful for him to look at other.
He told that to
girls.
you.
Yeah.
He lying, right? No, let me quit. I don't know.
Y'all are funny.
I don't know.
No, I just think it's a respect thing, though. You know what I mean? Because we're also like very church oriented. Like, we go to church
Okay.
together. We read the Bible together. Like, I think you'll have to understand our relationship first.
Fair enough.
So like, yeah, these questions I can't put myself in position to because it's never happened to me.
Okay. Yeah, my first inclination was almost that. I'm like, wait a minute, he has to be lying.
Yeah, no, and yeah, I'm very much aware. I have an older brother. Very much aware how men think, men work.
Okay.
I'm not naive to. Let's not make it seem like I'm some naive girlfriend.
Okay. I feel you. We overtalked the music bed, but it's cool. So, okay, I feel you. Figgy, would you feel a certain type of way about the like if your wife was liking dudes who are workout videos and shit? There are people you knew, maybe.
To be honest, I wouldn't. We have a very open relationship where, we could be sitting right next to each other. I'd be like, damn, this girl got a fat ass. Look.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, damn. Sometimes she peeped the ass before me.
Yeah.
We be walking around. She's like, damn, you see that ass? And I'm like, where? So we kind of had that type of cool relationship where I don't have to hide anything. I don't have to be secretive or, say stuff like, "Oh no, I don't look at anybody," or I can be honest. I could be like, "Damn, like that girl over there look good," or I could do stuff like that. So I guess that's years of trust.
Okay.
So we good in that department. So if she like a post, it won't bother me or nothing like that.
I feel you.
The thing, I think the key is that we always together.
Mhm.
So it's not like it's a girlfriend and she from out of town or something, and I have no idea where she's at for 8 hours or something.
Yeah.
We always around each other. So it's not like, oh, she plan on meeting up with this dude later on. Is none of that. So I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Hold up. Tab had some things to say. Tab said, "Oh hell no, definitely a big no. My homie's girlfriend is off limits. No friend request, no text message, GM, nothing." See, I feel like this is the very old school mentality, because I feel like a lot of dudes are like, "Don't even talk to my girl without my permission. You got to go through me."
Some
first
people are really strict about that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't sit here and try to joke with my girl.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. If you make my girl laugh too hard, brother, you need to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't offer my girl no drink.
Yeah.
Don't do none of that stuff.
Yeah. It's definitely, I think, an older thing too. I feel. Then Tab said, "I did smash my friend's ex-girlfriend, so I guess I'm a hypocrite, but I did wait till they broke up."
This is why we got trust issues.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Then Tab said that's what he tells his wife. He's definitely lying, talking about the it's disrespectful to look at another woman. Yeah, man. Look, everybody got their own thing. I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah.
I don't know the man. I'm not gonna judge. I know how I think. But I would never say that to begin with. Like, I'm not. You can't be lying to your girl like that, because she gonna know you look at ass
fellas,
and all that.
The best thing to do is just be honest.
For the most part,
like if you comfortable in your relationship, just be honest, man. Because like, how would it sound if your man was like, "Oh, you the only girl I ever look at. Oh, there's nobody else beautiful than you." Like, it's some beautiful women out all over the place.
1000%.
That don't mean you want to be with them. Like, I see a lot of beautiful women in Houston.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there about to jump ship. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole nother discussion, because that person could be batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm good where I'm at now. It's cool to look, but I don't take the leap. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
So lesson of the day is honesty is the best policy for the most part. I mean, if you cheat, don't.
And we still gonna be lying.
Yeah, of course.
Of
course. I don't know. I'm not a liar, dog. Like, that's one thing I'm not a liar, dog. Like, I'm brutally honest to an extent. So, yeah.
That could be a bad thing.
It definitely is.
Too honest.
It definitely is. Like, my ex used to tell me she was scared to even like ask me anything, because
he's really brutally honest with her.
But I mean, I'm not a game runner like that. So it is what it is. But did anything else happen this week, man? Any other topics? Anything else? I'm scrolling the timeline. I think that might about do it. This might be the shortest podcast we've done in a minute. Tori is our good luck charm for the short podcast, apparently. Anything else happening? Anything else we want to talk about? Figgy, touch on.
Let me check and see.
I'm scrolling the timeline. I don't see anything else.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What is y'all's generation's like most used social media platform?
Generation.
Y'all are kind of in the middle. Like, y'all aren't old. Like, I wouldn't say y'all are old, but I wouldn't say y'all also are young.
Yeah, damn.
The most used,
I would say, like mid 30s to close to 40s would probably be Facebook.
I was gonna lean towards Twitter.
I don't think that many
but
people.
A lot of people,
like
yeah. I still like Twitter, but
I use Twitter the most. But most people I know in real life aren't on Twitter like that. Yeah. But everybody I know my age is on Facebook pretty heavy.
So you're like scrolling through Facebook, liking, commenting.
I'm not.
Okay.
But
do you post like life updates and stuff?
I don't post shit on anything. I post my thoughts on Twitter. That's about it. But my friends and family are all on Facebook pretty heavy.
Yeah.
They post a lot.
Yeah. I think a lot of people on Facebook more, even like people that's like our age and they, rappers and stuff like that, they still be on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's just
That's
like,
so
man,
funny.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like Facebook ain't it no more.
It really isn't, man.
It's not.
Once
like, we streaming on
started,
Facebook now. But
we are, but nobody's commenting on Facebook now. So we gotta say
ain't
Facebook
ain't nothing but older people.
Yeah.
And, grandmas and parents and shit.
The only reason why I go to Facebook is to check in on my mom and grandma.
Pretty
and
much.
her
Creep on their ex,
Memories.
things like that.
Yeah,
but,
memories and all that shit. Yeah.
But Facebook, I feel like I got to be fake on Facebook because I got family, people I know in real life. On Twitter, I'm more like anonymous and I follow people who post fucked up shit. So I can just join in that conversation and nobody really cares. But I can't post that type of shit on Facebook,
Yeah.
And then
Facebook is a different. One day I posted a joke on Twitter and it kind of went, it ain't go viral, but it got a lot of traction.
Yeah.
I posted the same joke on Facebook and people thought I was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn. People was just bashing me and just like, why you care about what other people think and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, damn, is it that bad?
It feels like people aren't on Facebook to have a a tight.
No, they're
Honestly,
so tight.
yeah.
I'm like, y'all need to
people was
loosen up,
tight.
dog.
I'm like, this joke was going ham on Twitter,
That's so
and y'all
funny.
tearing my ass up.
That's funny.
That was crazy.
So what about you, Tori? What is the most used social media platform of the 23, 24, 25, 26?
I would
27,
say it's mostly Instagram.
Okay.
And then a little bit of TikTok for like business, like learning stuff or posting like.
I mean, TikTok is
stuff.
huge. Do you think that's more so the younger?
No,
than
not
23?
at all. No, I think that. I mean, I guess every algorithm is different, right? Because my For You page is full of like business mindset, all people in their late 20s, early 30s posting about stuff, and like I don't see any dancing videos on my For You page.
Excuse me, miss. I don't look at twerk videos all day like you.
No, like yeah, we look at different For You pages then.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a lot more of like older people or late 20s on my For You page. One though platform that I'm always astonished about with you guys is I can't comprehend Twitter. I have a Twitter. I've had a Twitter since middle school, but I've never been like staying up all night, like invested in Twitter. I think it's just all the words, and I get bored, and I'm like, I need to look at pictures.
All
I guess
words.
It's like, yeah, I think it's like my attention span almost because it's just like too many words.
I feel you. I mean, you're a journalist though. You graduated in journalism.
I know. I hated all my classes, like column writing and all that. I'm like,
what?
ugh.
What?
The most thing I liked was like videography and like photography, being out there and doing hands-on things.
Okay.
Writing wasn't me.
We're faking the funk. I knew people.
Damn, so we got two journalists. You graduated from
Yeah.
Where
Hey,
did you graduate from?
U of H. Yeah, print journalism.
Nice.
I actually legit did it. Like I did enjoy it. Worked the Houston Chronicle, things like that.
Nice.
And yeah, it didn't work out, of course, because the industry is kind of shit. But yeah, I wasn't faking the funk like you. I actually liked it. Just playing. Nah, it's cool. Like there's different types of journalists. You could photojournalism and things like that. So it's not all print and column writing. I like writing. So that's why I'm drawn more to Twitter.
Right.
Plus the jokes are just funnier on Twitter.
It's no. I feel like you could get banned on Instagram real quick.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely get banned on Facebook.
Yeah.
But Twitter, man, they be letting it loose. It'd be a thread of awful jokes that you could not get off.
Yeah.
I do chuckle though when I scroll on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, they're ruthless on this app.
Twitter's funny because it's like the happy medium. Number one, you get a lot of the TikToks on there too. And then you get like the lame Facebook shit or the funny Facebook. The few funny Facebook posts make it to Twitter too.
Yeah.
And then you got the funny tweets. So it's like a good accumulation of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best
20%.
part about Twitter is when something happened in real time.
Yeah.
And people just go on the tweet storm and they be saying all the jokes. Like you can actually follow something on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because you don't really get that on Instagram because you actually got to post something. And Facebook, they like 12 years late.
Yeah.
But Twitter, like when Will Smith got smacked.
Yes.
Or what Will Smith smacked Chris Rock.
That was nutty.
Even like the fucked up shit is funny on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like that's why I never thought January 6th was like this terrible day in history. Because I'm like, I think about that day. It was funny, man. Like all the jokes on Twitter were insane about that day.
On January 6th?
Yeah, about the Capitol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people stormed the Capitol with the Trump shit.
Yeah.
People act like that was like worse than Pearl Harbor. But I just think when I think of that day, I think of like all the Twitter jokes and people cracking.
Yeah, people saying look like Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, the jokes were hilarious, man. So it is funny to follow live things on Twitter for sure.
Yeah, that's how TikTok comments are, though. You're all on TikTok. You're on TikTok, right?
Not really.
Well, your Fury page sounds kind of weird, anyways.
But, fair enough.
But your TikTok comments though always make me laugh so hard because it's like the fucked up kind, where it's like a funny video, and then you run the comments and it's like, oh, these are worse. Like people are ruthless on there.
No, they are.
No, I was following the thread on Twitter. They were saying, dark humor.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dark humor thread.
Yeah.
And man, they was talking about 9/11. They was making jokes about 9/11. They was making jokes about all type of stuff where I'm like, oh my God. Like I can't even retweet this because I don't want to get in trouble. But it was so hilarious. They had a video of Stephen A. Smith like looking out the window, kind of like this, like sad. And it was like somebody in the Twin Towers on 9/11. And he was just like looking out the window.
Like he feels so bad for
looking
laughing.
out in New York City. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like how do y'all even think to tweet something like
people's
this?
Minds, yeah.
It's a whole bunch of tweets I've been wanting to say, and I just keep it in the host. And I'm like, nah.
Like,
and they ain't even that bad.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
too funny. Have any of you watched the new Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix?
I've been hearing all about it, but I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Do you watch TV?
Oh, stream.
What kind of shows?
Hulu.
What are your favorite movies and TV shows?
Oh, I don't really watch TV.
Of course.
Watch a lot of YouTube.
I listen to music. I don't really watch TV.
I watch first of all. Do y'all have cable?
I don't.
Okay.
Do you have cable?
No, I'm just setting,
okay, I was
like,
about to
the
say
standard here.
I was
Like,
about to
say,
you said
don't
watch
tell me
TV
you
like
got
as if I
cable.
got a cord behind my TV. No, I like to stream on YouTube. I did since the Queen passed away. I did get into The Crown on Netflix.
No, okay.
Because before I was,
I almost started,
her, but I was.
I almost started that show because I ran across a preview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I thought it was Princess Diana for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a doc. And then I'm like, damn, it looked kind of juicy a little bit. I almost watched the first episode, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I ended up watching the show called Mo. Yeah,
the Netflix show. Yeah, about Houston. Yeah.
It's a pretty good show, man. Bun B was in it.
Yeah.
Toby
Paul Wall, I think, is in it too. Yeah.
Yep, Toby was in it. He played a main part in the show too. He played his best friend, so it's a pretty good show. It's seen a lot of scenery.
Yeah.
In here, I'm like, damn, that's where I.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's
what's that? Show. I know we've all seen it. This movie that's coming out. It's called Smile, and all the baseball games, people are sitting there and they're smiling all weird in the crowd to promote this movie coming out.
I haven't seen that. No,
you haven't seen them.
No,
they're at like major league.
Yeah,
they're at like major league baseball games, and they're in the crowd just like smiling, super weird. And their shirt just says "Smile" on it. And apparently, CBS Sports posted a TikTok about how they're promoting a movie coming out called Smile. It's like a Halloween haunted movie.
It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie, but people are putting people now in the crowds at like live events to promote a movie.
Viral marketing is ass now. Okay,
no, like, this one was actually good.
Yeah,
because they got to to believe it.
People are talking, so I mean,
I'm gonna send you something.
I mean, you know what I mean. It is kind of creepy though. It just reminded me.
No, this shit was creepy as hell. Where I'm like, what the fuck?
Like they're just in the middle of a full crowd with the neon shirt says "Smile" on it, and they're just looking. They're looking straight at like the ESPN camera, the live broadcast camera, and they're looking straight at them. Typically, they're behind home plate.
Okay, that sounds kind of cheesy.
Front row.
Okay, I get you. The most like I think viral marketing started way back. I think the year you were born, maybe 1999, when Blair Witch Project came out.
I was born in 1999.
Yeah, I know. You remember it though. You didn't see the movie.
No.
But that was like the first viral marketing movie I remember because it was marketed like it was some shit that really happened.
Yeah,
they acted like we found this footage of these kids who got lost looking for this fucking witch, and they promoted. They had a website where you had to solve these clues and shit. And this is back in the early days of like the internet and shit. So yeah, it was definitely okay. I gotta see this. You texted it to me. Let me see.
I'm so glad you've seen this because
I mean, man.
yeah. It's weird. But almost though, it's kind of cheesy where it almost makes you though want to see the movie.
Yeah,
Of course it does.
I
But-
want to, because I like horror stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen a horror movie in a long time.
Me neither.
My wife is not a horror movie fan at all.
Mm.
So she like, if you a horror fan, we got to go see this. If you
Yeah,
wanna see
I'm
it.
down. Last horror movie I saw, I think, was Get Out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
that was a long
Get
time
Out.
ago.
Yeah, that's a few
Yeah,
years
like the
ago.
last one I can
Yeah.
think of that comes to mind. That's like it was actually a good movie. Conjuring though, always take cakes. That thing actually freaked me out.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
Out.
How you feel
Okay.
about the movie Get Out? Is it a classic?
I honestly think so. I think that's a movie that you would like. You don't have like Halloween season comes around and get like
Mhm.
spooky. I wouldn't say it's like a freeform
Yeah.
31 Days of Halloween kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
No,
but like,
definitely. You don't watch it alongside
yeah,
fucking.
but I
Friday the
definitely think
13th.
that it's like to get into the season or the spirit, you bring out Get Out movie because it gives you that like chill of you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. When I left that movie theater,
Spooky.
everybody looked weird to me, man. I was looking at
Spooky.
white people all
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was a brother, it was a janitor or something mopping the floor. He looked weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, you all right, man? Everybody looked weird, man.
I love those movies that make you feel like either A, like you're invincible, like those superhero movies when you were a kid and you watched
Oh,
them,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
start running on water kind of thing. And those movies
Mhm.
that make you look like at people weird because you just saw a horror movie and it's like, you could be doing this to me too. Or like something could happen right now. Or you're like on edge because you just watched something.
Yeah.
I like those kind of movies that like pull out a feeling in you that like stimulate your nervous system.
How old are you again?
23.
Okay, you know these movies are fake, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, just making sure.
The last the last horror movie that kind of got me was the Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first one.
I remember that. Yeah, that was. a good
Really?
one.
I went
Yeah.
to see, man. I went to see that. That shit seemed so real, and you know, in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't real, but
Mhm.
just the little stuff that was happening, little cracks, and the door moving, and little stuff like that. And when I got home, I kid you not, I was hearing all type
Yeah.
of cracking and laughing and windows, you know, making all type of screeching noise. I
Yeah.
was just like, what the? And then I'm like, man, should I set the video camera up just to see what was going on? I'm like, nah, I don't
That's
want to
gonna
see
make it
nothing,
worse.
That's
man.
funny.
Them windows was laughing and everything, man.
That's
I'm like,
so
what the?
funny. There's this on
Yeah.
TikTok that's like, why does my
Yeah.
house always want to act up when I'm home alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that show got me.
Yeah.
And then I think they end up making the two where I was.
They
just
made
like,
like 6.
They made
it's
a
like
lot.
six.
Yeah.
But the main character, she ended up doing the Good Morning America tour or something.
Mhm.
Where I was just like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
nah.
Now it's over. Now it's
Yeah.
over.
I
Yep.
liked Paranormal Activity. It threw me off though with it made me nauseous with the video camera kind
Yeah.
of recording.
Yeah, it kind of it's a little boring,
Yeah.
but when you start paying attention,
But I do
and
see
then
what you're
it's just
saying
like,
with,
oh,
like, the
the fucking door
cracks.
just
Yeah.
open wide up. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You gotta
And,
rewind to
yeah,
catch some stuff that you might have missed. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, your wife calling you out, Figgy, in the comments said, I forget what she said that was awful about, but
Oh, the
something you
movie.
said. Yeah.
So side note, we went to go see that movie. It was like around my birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, that my birthday actually next week.
Next week.
Happy
But
birthday.
so we was originally supposed to see Toy Story because I was just like, fuck it, let's just see the new Toy Story.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what's this Paranormal Activity movie? I'm like, you know what? Let's go see this. And she's like, wait, what? What? No, I don't want to see. So I dragged her in there. I'm like, we're gonna see this. And that movie was terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So hopefully this Smile movie is a next horror. I mean, we need like good horror films. We don't need like the cheesy stuff.
I kind of want to see that, man. It's just
I
look,
do.
even the smile look creepy.
creepy.
Yeah.
But how embarrassing them to get picked to like be that person to sit in the stand. It's like you have the ugliest smile that we're gonna use you to promote our video.
I mean, they get paid, I'm sure.
Yeah, but
I'll
still,
take
like,
the, I'll take the
But
paycheck.
to me, just setting them up at a baseball game behind home plate
Mhm.
where you know they're gonna get camera time.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Can't hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say it's something new.
Yeah,
something
it
new.
is different. I've never seen
So,
that
It's
before.
something, but we'll see. Anything y'all been watching? I did watch a couple things. I finally watched.
Did you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, I didn't.
You
I
ain't
haven't
gonna
yet.
watch it.
No, I'm
Oh,
gonna check
you
it
gonna
out,
check it
man.
out?
I'm gonna check it out. I like.
It been taking over the
yeah.
timeline.
It
Man.
definitely
been a whole bunch of
has.
think pieces, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Boosie said we should boycott it.
the victims, some people related to the victims are saying they didn't like the series that the fact that it was made.
A lot of them was
So,
pissed. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I'll probably check it out just to hate on it if I don't like it. I did the same thing with Squid Game. People were talking all this shit about Squid Game. I watched it. I'm like, yeah, this wasn't all that. But I'm gonna check that probably this weekend. I did see a couple things on Netflix though, man. I finally saw the And One documentary that they put out. That was really well done. I also saw the one on the crooked ref in NBA, Tim Donaghy.
Oh yeah,
that was a really good one.
I saw a preview
Really?
of that.
That was a really good one. Y'all should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's the I think it's called Untold.
Untold.
And
Okay.
it's about Tim Donaghy.
Is that the same
series that did I think they did Mouse in the Palace and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
And the Catfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Manti-Teo.
Manti-Teo,
I haven't seen that one yet. But no, the Tim Donaghy one is really good, man. You should check it out for sure. It's crazy how people just forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, the motherfucker was betting on games he refed.
Yeah.
And it just got people just forgot about it.
Didn't he go to jail too?
He went to jail for 15 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was wild, man. The whole thing, the mafia was involved. Like there was so much money being moved. It's a crazy story. So yeah, I definitely recommend you check it out. Anything else?
Anything else? I seen the first 3 episodes of the Jeffrey Dahmer show, and look, I ain't gonna lie, I knew about Jeffrey Dahmer as far as from a metaphorical standpoint. He used to eat people,
That shit.
but I had no idea this man was gay.
Yeah.
I had no idea he only targeted men.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea none of this. The motherfucker from Ohio, he was born from Bath, Ohio, which is where LeBron main house is.
Yeah.
So that's like right outside of Akron. So I'm like, damn, this motherfucker with the Ohio State. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But this shit was kind of creepy. The guy that played him, this was another big topic. I don't know if you've seen this on the Twitter streets, but I guess people was bringing up a point like, hey, how y'all gonna praise this guy who is Evan Peters that played the Jeffrey Dahmer? How y'all gonna praise him for doing a good job being a gay man, but the guy from P Valley, y'all not giving him credit for playing a gay man?
What?
Yeah, I don't know if you seen. So
I never saw that, but I'm not surprised it was a topic on Twitter.
Yeah, it was a topic. And I don't even think it should be a topic because the guy Evan Peters, he played a lot of weird shit, man. He played in a lot of American Horror Story stuff. He played a serial killer in one season. He played in a lot of crazy stuff. So I think this role was kind of perfect for him.
Oh yeah.
And I think he killed it. And the other guy in P Valley, this dude played a gay rapper. What's so hard about that?
Yeah.
Like it's
they focus on the gay part and not the fact that you're playing a serial killer versus.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I'm like, we're not
you playing a weird. You
playing
playing a weird ass serial killer that's eating people, that's hunting people, and oh yeah, by the way, you're gay.
Yeah.
Like the gay part, that's to the back, that's to the side, but the other guy was a gay rapper, man. Like, what's so hard about playing a gay rapper?
Yes.
Like, I think anybody can play a gay rapper. So I don't understand why this was a topic. Why people are trying to bring it up.
That's interesting.
No, people just
and then they were saying, oh yeah, the guy from PV, oh yeah, he did a great job. It was a gay rapper. How good of a job could you be? Like. Look, man, like I know people try to bring a little race into it, but man, like we didn't have this conversation with Omar from The Wire.
Yes,
he did a damn good. I think he did a real good job, and ain't nobody boycott The Wire that I know of. But like the show P Valley been getting a lot of heat this past season because there was too many gay scenes, and people I guess felt uncomfortable with it. But ain't nobody say that about The Wire. And it wasn't a lot of crazy gay scenes in The Wire, but ain't nobody say that about that. So I just don't think it should even be a topic, man.
It really shouldn't. And that's one thing that annoys me regardless, gay or straight. I don't like hardcore porn in my TV shows.
Yeah. Like I just seen, you know, scenes where it was little gay action going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with it. But you know, I was watching the show P-Valley, and those scenes were uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Man. It was just too cringe-worthy. Not the actual gay part, but just the stuff they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like you heard some quotes. It was like, what the gay rapper was like, "Fill me up," and all this other stuff. And it was just some weird, cringe-worthy words that were said. Where it's just like, come on, this is too power-ish, or this is
dog. I was watching this show called The Boys. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Did you watch it?
I watched it up to the last season, and I had to stop after the first episode because
I'm thinking of that new movie coming out with the two gay. One's a jock, one's like.
I know you're talking about not that one.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. The
Boys is like a superhero show.
Yes, I watched that.
And the last season, I was trying to get through it, but the first episode had a dude who could, like, his power was to shrink, and he was gay, and they were at a party, they were doing coke, and like this dude shrunk and went inside this guy's dick hole.
Oh my God,
and they showed him go inside it.
Yes, doesn't he like shoot out of it too? And it's like, oh my God.
I said okay.
Enough.
How many seasons is it?
I want to say it's like it just finished the 4th, I think. It's not too many.
Damn, you stopped at the 4th?
No, I stopped. Yeah, I got to that point. People were talking about the show, and I was like, no, man. Because look, that people think you're homophobic by not wanting to see that shit. It's not like two dudes kissing. It's not even like a mild sex scene, dog. That's a little too much, man. Even if it was the other side around, like a man went inside a woman's ass, like I don't want to see that shit. Come on, man. So it's getting too graphic, man. And when people call it out, it's like, oh, you're a homophobic. Oh, you're not grown up. Come on, man. We don't need to see graphic sex, period.
Yeah, like I don't want to see a rape.
Yeah.
I want to see if it's like to me, it got to be a little sexy. If it's not sexy, man, like I'm not interested.
I forgot about that part. It's so gross.
It was awful, man. And that was the first episode of the new season. I was like, I'm cutting this off. I tried.
You definitely ain't gonna like P-Valley.
You
might like the first season. The first season got a lot of strippers in it.
Yeah.
And, you see a lot of stuff. But the second season,
to
me, it's not good.
Stuff about the second season.
Yeah, a lot of people like the second season, but I feel like they wasn't even in a strip club like that. And that's what did it for me. It wasn't the actual sex scenes, but it was more like I want to be in the Pink, which is the name of the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
And they was barely in there. And then on top of that, the whole season is focused on the pandemic.
Yeah,
we in 2022, and they over here talking about masks and shutting down because of the pandemic and all this. Like, no, I know. I guess technically we still in the pandemic.
Biden said it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
Biden said the pandemic is over.
Side note, I hate when people when you talk about back in the pandemic and people. Technically, we're still in the pandemic.
We still are.
Why do people always do that shit, man? Technically, we're still in the pandemic. I'm talking about 2020, man, where shit was shut down. I kid you not. Just go out here tomorrow and say, back in the pandemic, blah blah blah. We're still in the pandemic.
We still are in the pandemic.
Yeah, but you can fucking go to the grocery store and not wait in the line to get in.
Yeah,
like, that's what we're fucking talking about.
COVID didn't go away.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what I'm talking about, man.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But yeah, that whole season is focused on the pandemic. And it's just like I don't feel like
it's too soon. We just I feel
it's
like
too serious.
Yeah, it was a draining. What was that? 2 years? I don't feel like they even happened.
Well, in Texas, it was like 3 months.
Yeah,
like
New York was like 2 years.
Yeah. California was like 2 years.
Shit, I went to New York last year around December, and they wouldn't even like open. Like I still had to go in the store with a mask.
Yeah.
I had to show my vaccination card.
Yeah.
I had to put my vaccination card on the little New York app. And like I kid you not, I got vaccinated.
Yeah.
I put that card up, never had to use that card since
I got vaccinated. I've never had to use my card.
I don't even know where it's at.
My card.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the card is at. And when I went to New York, they was like strict on it. Like you got to have your vaccination card, put it on this, download this New York app and all this other stuff.
That's crazy.
I did every time I walk in the store, they look at me crazy, like, where's your vaccination?
Your vaccination card.
So I had to pull my phone out, try to look for the app to show them. So I was just like, man, I don't see how y'all do this.
That's
Like, I'm
crazy.
taking my ass back to Texas.
This is why Kyrie Irving is the MLK of our generation, man.
The motherfucker
He
should have went to Houston, man.
Really though.
Yeah, why the fuck he go to New York out of all places?
Trade.
Yeah. If he would have went to Houston or Dallas, he would have been good.
He would have been fine in Texas.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
San Antonio.
Yeah, but he was the voice of the voiceless. Remember that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your wife said she almost stopped dating you because of the date where y'all went to go see Paranormal Activity.
She lying. We was locked in. We was locked in.
Hey, maybe she never told you.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, no, okay.
She was
No,
locked in.
just straight nah.
Yeah, she was locked in.
All right.
We probably like 2 or 3 years in.
You telling tales over here, Christina. You lying on your man. That's cold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anything else? I think that might about wrap it up today, man. I can't think of nothing else. I'm scrolling the timeline, making sure we ain't missed something that just happened. But I don't see shit. So
trying to make sure.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make sure it ain't something we missed.
Yeah, I think that's about it, man. I think we can go ahead and wrap up this episode of the podcast. Appreciate everybody who joined on the stream. Appreciate our lovely guest, Tori. Say your last name again.
Espurvoa.
Espurvoa. Got you. What's your?
Is that like a Hispanic last name?
It's Hispanic. It's Spaniard. Hispania.
Okay.
What is your nationality?
Hispanic.
Okay, I like you have one answer.
Whenever
Whenever I ask a girl her nationality, they say the number one, if they're black, they say black last. They say I'm a quarter Italian, I'm a quarter Greek, I'm a quarter Egyptian, I'm 25% about 12% Irish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm also black.
That's funny. No, I mean if I did typically, I mean I'm Hispanic, but my last name is Basque, and it's a region in the middle of France and Spain. There's a region called Basque, and so
I like how black
from.
women always like they could be the blackest woman on earth, and they be like, "Oh yeah, my daddy Jamaican. I'm half Jamaican." Like, how can we prove that?
Yes.
Like, no, look, unless you got the accent or your father got the actual accent.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not buying that shit.
That's so funny.
Yes. No, I don't. Whenever I ask,
I'm part
race,
Indian. That's another one. I'm part Indian.
Yes, I hate there's white, black, Hispanic. Okay.
Yeah. Like, give me what I'm looking at, like in front of me. Like, don't be giving the 25%.
What are you putting on the check?
Yeah, exactly. They put other.
Yeah.
And they list on the line with the
yes.
Yo, you're that person. Okay.
Like you're not putting Jamaican.
Right.
Oh my God.
I hate
your
that.
ass out
I
of
hate
here.
that. But okay. Well, it was a very fun podcast. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
I have to have you on again sometime.
I have fun.
Thank you for Mad Wine
Chemist.
That's right. Mad Wine
The
Chemist.
Mad Wine Chemist.
The Mad Wine Chemist for
bringing us
flourishing
drinks.
us with all these drinks and sponsoring the podcast this week. So appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you check her out on YouTube, The Mad Chemist. Everything, check her out. And you'll see the interview pretty soon on YouTube. So make sure you check that out as well.
This wine was really good too.
It was good, man.
It was really good.
I was trying to go crazy. I didn't eat because I was gonna fucking tear it up. But so yeah, make sure you check her shit out. Next week we're probably gonna be back at it, doing the same thing. A lot going on. Make sure it's a home game on Texans Sunday, right?
Yep, I'll be out there.
You can meet the one and only Figgy Fig in the flesh.
Fig, let me tell you one time.
Yeah, he will be doing a damn thing at the Texans tailgate. You can meet him, greet him, shake his hand, give him money.
Yeah, we'll be in the yellow lot too. We're gonna be in the yellow lot judging tailgates.
Yeah.
What a
Have you
life.
ever had a tailgate food that you thought was nasty? You don't have to say who it was, but you ever eat something you're like, ugh?
Not really. To me, like this might be a hot take because I'm in Texas, but I'm not really a fan. I'm not really a fan of the tacos, man.
Oh no!
Tacos at a tailgate.
Yeah, I'm not really a taco guy.
Like you don't like tacos, period.
I do. I think they're okay, but the way people, worship tacos down here is not me. Like I'm not a Mexican. I'm not huge when it comes to Mexican food.
You don't have to be Mexican to like tacos, man.
I say I'm not huge when it comes to Mexican food.
Okay, fair.
Okay,
enough.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Down
I can get
here
behind
is down there Mexico City, and when it comes to Mexican,
a lot of
food.
Tex-Mex in Houston.
No, Tex-Mex, yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of that, and a lot of Texas tailgates have tacos.
Yeah.
So I don't really care for the tacos like that.
Yeah,
But
can get behind
everything
that.
else, man, give me the barbecue. Give me, I'll take some chicken wings. I like the jalapenos, the bacon wrapped jalapenos. Those good.
Yep.
So I'm down with all that stuff.
Christina says you like Taco Bell.
Ooh,
Not
Oh,
really.
No. No.
Not really.
like the bean burrito.
She cracking jokes on you. Look at that.
Yeah.
Christina trying to be funny. Okay.
I get
feel you,
Taco
though.
Bell like once a month.
Have you had velvet taco?
I did.
Did you like
it was
it?
cool.
It was good?
Like to me, Taco Bell and like authentic tacos are totally different.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Like
right.
Taco Bell is more like a fast food spot.
Yeah.
Something quick. But I'm not the person that say, hey, let's get some Mexican food tonight. Let's go to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I like
Me neither.
I like my hibachi, Japanese hibachi.
Ooh.
I love wings. I love barbecue. I'm good with all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I'm not like the let's go to El Tiempo guy.
It's like
Okay.
Linnaeus kind of guy. You're not that gonna.
Yeah, I kind of keep quiet on that because people
Yeah.
gonna look at me crazy. You
No,
know,
I
start
get
calling
it.
me
I
a
mean-
Yankee or some shit. But I don't know. I was just never really a big Mexican guy.
Yeah, that's how I was raised too.
Okay. So what are your favorite spots so far? You're kind of new to Houston.
I
What are your
am new to
favorite
Houston.
eat spots so far?
My boyfriend showed me to Kebab Corner.
Okay.
You had that?
I haven't, but I've heard of them.
It's so delicious. I can't even pinpoint on like what culture it is because it has like non-hummus, but also has like
It's like
lamb and-
Korean, isn't it? That's what kebab is, isn't it? Maybe close.
No,
to
that's
it.
like Arab, ain't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Persian.
yeah,
Hey,
it's
man,
so
yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
What else do we go to that I'm like, ooh, this is good?
Have you tried some soul food? You tried the spot
Yes.
called the Breakfast Club?
Is it that? I don't remember what it's called. I did try some soul food. Where were we at? Oh, it was so delicious. I had the
Lubies.
They got soul food?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Black people love Lubies, man. We used to go as Jehovah's
No, I
Witnesses.
feel
We used to go after every single meeting on Sunday. It was rough.
What's the one place? It's right off of Kirby. I think it's called shit. What's the name of it? I know I saw Andre Johnson there a few times.
Okay.
Grace's.
Okay.
Grace's.
Have you heard of Grace's? That's like white soul food. Like it's good, but it's like white soul. It's not like Breakfast Club soul food. So that's one thing I learned. Is Southern, I guess Southern
Mhm.
comfort,
Yeah,
and then you got soul food.
yeah. No,
So
the
it's-
soul. I don't remember where it was. Soul food I had the fried chicken sandwich, but it was like that juicy, just hot, spicy, but also has like that tangy, sweet taste to it. It was amazing. Stuffed me up. Post.
Tab said, "Where's she from? You are from San Antonio."
I'm
right?
from Boulevardy, north of San Antonio.
Yep.
Grew up
Tab is
there.
actually he. I don't know where he's from. I think he stay in San Antonio.
Well, what part?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Yeah, grew up in San Antonio, Boulevardy, small town, north. Small
yeah,
town
Tab said
girl.
white soul food must be bland and no seasoning. So I realized being down here, we seen a lot of restaurants that said like Southern
Yeah,
food, I think Southern food and soul food is totally different.
Very different.
Yeah.
After I need to find that name of that place because once I say I feel like you've been to it, but 100% I can agree with that. It's very different.
You gotta go to the breakfast. We gotta go to the
I
breakfast.
may have
Club.
it may be what we're talking about, but I can't remember what street it's on. I don't know the streets down here to save my life. I'm still on maps. Every time I get in the car,
I feel
mapping. Yeah. Get stressed out. Post though also has really great places. Like I had this Jamaican bowl. I don't remember what the restaurant's called, but it's at Post. You ever been to Post?
Post?
Yeah,
No, I haven't.
downtown.
What kind of food?
Yeah, that old post office.
I guess is that what it's
That
called,
place
Post?
is amazing.
It has like a
So,
sky.
it's pretty much an old post office, and they
Okay.
turned it into like a whole bunch of different, like a food court.
Yeah.
A whole
Okay.
bunch of local food courts, restaurants. They got like a rooftop where sometimes they turn it into a club.
Mm-hmm.
They have a DJ out there. It's real nice.
It's really cool.
Okay.
And it's not like a
It might be a
food
good
court
date
that's
night.
like, a food court. It's like small town businesses. You can go and support them. And that's where I had a Jamaican bowl. It was delicious. I don't even know what I
Oh
was,
shit.
I don't know what I was
Okay.
eating, but it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay. Next time in the area, downtown, I have to check
Mhm.
that out. All
Yeah,
right.
Tab said Alamo Heights.
Hey, my family is about 30 minutes from there. So
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
exactly
okay.
where that's at.
Okay.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think that about does it.
Yeah.
That's the third time we tried to wrap up this
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
now.
Let's end the YouTube.
Yeah, let's
Stream.
go ahead. Appreciate everybody who's on the stream. Figgy,
Yes.
White, Tab, anybody else listening I didn't get to. Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
we ain't
doing
see
the
Drunk today.
podcast. We ain't see the regular crew. Maybe it's because we
Yeah.
started kind of later.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe the 8
They'll catch
p.m.
up on it.
Yeah, we'll see. But appreciate y'all listening and chiming in. We'll hit y'all next week ish, maybe, probably, hopefully. And yeah, until next time, stream.
Peace.